You're now listening to the Sneaker Rocks.
Oh shit alert, Louis clothes, calling women sisters, Louboutins and Gucci shows.
Yo, what's up? Detroit is definitely building via your headphones, stereo speakers. This is your man, the African Caesar, and we're going to start the show off with some wild stuff. Before we get into that, though, introduce the crew. Sitting to my left, we got the contrarian of the show, Gino.
Yo.
And then we got Mr. NFT himself. Jumpman, what does NFT stand for again?
What if Dunks really isn't real? What if he is an NFT?
Whoa.
What if he said it?
Well, I know he probably
has
said it in his head.
Have you said it?
I'm thinking about it now.
Wow.
Hey, you got to respect the honesty.
Man, I can't wait. I'm trying to isolate that drop. I can't wait to add that drop to this.
Don't do that.
Yeah, you got to make sure you remember the timestamp.
It's gonna be my ringtone. It's gonna be my notifications.
When the bill collector call.
Mm-hmm, yep. Which is often.
You are past due. Fuck that.
Right. And then, of course, we got the deacon of the show, Guru.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. And then finally, we got the spirit, the soul of the show, Jumpman Bostic.
Old man of the crew. What up, though?
So before we get into anything, man, Jumpman just showed me something before the show. Was it Dwight Howard allegations?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? I like it fun again, JB.
Yeah. What Dwight should have, a burner phone.
Man, so according, and this has nothing to do with sneakers. We need to bring that segment back, by the way. So Dwight Howard faces assault and battery lawsuit by a man claiming he was coerced into a threesome involving another man dressed as a woman.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about this whole headline is that I'm shocked, but then when I think about it, I'm not really that shocked. I feel like everybody has suspicions of Dwight Howard for a while now.
I could see the Adidas marketing team sitting down like, can we make this into a story we can tell with the sneaker?
They're probably trying to brand it in like threesome, three stripes.
Nah, I thought he signed with that. Last time he signed was a Chinese brand. That was the last time he signed one, but he don't got no shoe deal right now.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Well,
but
definitely ain't got one now.
I mean, in this dead climate, you can get paid.
It's publicity.
They support you for anything. Yeah, I had read that on the line.
Yeah, he get a shoe with that mischief.
Well, so here's the allegation, and once again,
he doing some mischief.
This is all alleged, right? So, okay. So a man has sued former Lakers star Dwight Howard for assault and battery, alleging that Howard coerced him into participating into a threesome with the man dressed as a woman. RadarOnline.com has reportedly obtained explicit text messages between the two parties. The outlet has exclusively reviewed exhibits from the lawsuit, including screenshots that reportedly feature Dwight Howard's Instagram handle and blue checkmark. That blue checkmark is getting people in trouble. The accuser, Stephen Harper, claims he contacted the basketball star on May 29th, 2021. So he's been holding on to this story for a while now. Through a secondary Instagram account by sliding into his DMs. According to Stephen, although he did not want to have a threesome, he still showed up at Dwight's home. He claimed that they proceeded to Dwight's bedroom, where they both undressed and engaged in consensual kissing. Stephen stated that they spoke for approximately 40 minutes before Dwight steered the conversation back to one of a sexual nature. So Stephen's over there like, so what you think about the Pistons here? What you think they're going to do? And Dwight Howard's like, all right, so back to this sex. Stephen recalled
Allegedly.
According to Stephen, Stephen recalled noticing Dwight on his phone texting someone. So how is he steering the conversation and having a side conversation via text? Hey, people, that's just rude at that point. I would have left. That's just rude.
Yeah,
that's just
plans.
Rude. You don't bring people over and start texting somebody else. That's just crazy.
Meditated.
A few minutes later, he alleged that a person arrived dressed as a woman, identifying themselves as Kitty.
Now you know you gotta do the voice, right?
Kitty. The complaint claims that Dwight wanted Stephen to participate in a threesome with Kitty. Stephen alleged to have expressed his desire to leave, but claims Dwight convinced him to stay. How does he convince you to stay? Like, What did he say exactly?
I would let you go into it because there's so many like a defense attorney or whoever, if his lawyer could like poke so many holes through this view because
Just like the way he poked a lot of holes.
I was he alley-oop.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm just saying, like, you didn't want to go, but you still showed up. The police could have like vetted this better. Like, you didn't want to go, but you still showed up.
Well, this
Once
is why it's a
you got
lawsuit and not a
there-
criminal charge.
Once you got there, you still stayed reluctantly. Like, it was just.
I mean,
And
Dwight
then you
Howard
can
is like
think-
7 feet tall.
Getting
and what?
constituents, like, I mean, he knew that before he got over there.
Maybe he
So-
didn't.
Well, yeah, once he got over there, he's saying once he got over there, he didn't know Kitty was going to show up.
Maybe he didn't have a ride, so he had no way
He
of
Ubered
leaving.
over there.
It's an Uber.
Yeah.
You can walk. I don't care whatever. Am I stranded? I want to be somewhere. I'll get to walking. Like, that's no excuse.
I mean, maybe Dwight Howard, 3-time defensive player, played defense and went little.
But then that's
Leave
what
the
he was, that's different. He would have said that earlier in the story.
No, that's true. Stephen made additional claims that Kitty turned on pornographic film and performed oral sex on Dwight, causing him discomfort. Was he?
You could have left. You
sounds
could
like
have
jealousy.
left.
Oh, I was going to say,
Sounds
how,
like
how does
jealous.
that cause you discomfort?
Oh, yeah.
But that's what you showed up for.
Yeah, he's jealous.
You
He
could
was
have
jealous.
left, man.
He was
You
waiting for
could
his
have
turn,
left.
and it never happened. And he was like, "Okay, that made me feel uncomfortable." The alleged victim claimed to have feared potential harm if he resisted Dwight and Kitty's sexual advances. According to the lawsuit, once in that situation, Kitty allegedly engaged in anal penetration with Dwight. According to the publication, Stephen claimed that Dwight forcefully inserted his penis into his mouth. Bruh, like, so wait, okay.
You saw all that going on that you didn't like, and you still stood.
So
there
how
and
does he?
watched.
Not only stood there, you had to have put yourself in some form of a position for Dwight to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying, devil's advocate. So if Dwight is being handled, how does he then mount you to make that happen? Like,
Dwight was like, this is just like me being down on the block posting up.
I'm not gonna speak to that 'cause
That's what they call a double team.
I have no experience in that.
Blocked a shot and got a rebound.
And what Charles Barkley say, when a man is trying to manhandle you, you just spin on.
Charles done said a lot of stuff.
Following the alleged encounter, Steven said he immediately dressed and called for an Uber. You could have did that an hour ago. What are you doing? Come on, Steven. He described feeling deeply violated and humiliated. Nobody was there to see it but Kitty and Dwight. As of now, the former NBA star has not made any public statements in response to these allegations. Yeah, I mean, I would try to act like that shit never happened too. But this isn't the first time he's been accused of doing something sus.
True that.
Like, I just, man, it's funny. The dude went
There's
to
a lot of people from that community that are trying to expose people in different lights. Like the other one with the pastor, when it was like, if you don't tell me, if you don't give me my money, I'm gonna tell the world that we did it. Like, you play a dangerous game if you're trying to out someone who hasn't came out in the closet themselves. So when you trying to extort them, like, hey, you need to do this for me, this, and this, or I'm gonna tell the world that you slept with somebody from my community, or like, that's just borderline extortion. So,
But you gotta know that.
Ain't no borderline.
Well, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm
that's
just saying,
straight up
depending on
is.
the ass, but that's you keep putting yourself in those predicaments.
Right, but if you're a celebrity or a pastor or whatever, if you're somebody in a position that you fear the ramifications of your actions, you got to be smarter than that. I mean,
But also, too, I think it's not even that. It's like the ramification. I haven't, like a lot of people from that community says, don't out me before I choose to come out. I think that's what it more so it is. Not the money part or whatever front. It's just like, I'm not ready. When I'm ready to come out, I'm ready to come out. So that's what I'm saying. But they're saying like, okay, I know you're not from that community. You're not portraying you're from my community, but I'm still deal with you in terms that now I can hang this over your head for ransom.
Well, there's good and bad in every group. So you got to figure there's somebody, just like there's, baby mamas do this all the time where they get pregnant by an athlete and then, next thing you know, she's, taken on court for child support. It's the same thing.
Or you could pull the Mariah Mills and just be mad that you didn't get any money.
So it's like, so you got to figure there's going to be somebody out there looking to take advantage of you, especially if you're somebody in a position of power or somebody with a lot of money. And so this is why, I mean, and once again, the whole story with Dwight Howard is alleged. I'm not even sure Kitty exists. Point is, don't put yourself in that position.
Make him sign an NDA.
That.
I mean, honestly, if you, a celebrity, at that, if you any form of a celebrity and
But
if you engaging in things in which you're afraid of things coming out, then yeah,
But here's the
have
thing,
people
though.
sign an NDA.
But here's the thing, though. Even if someone signs an NDA, because clout is the most popular drug in this era. Even when somebody outs you out against it, you can sue them or whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away what that doesn't take away from what the world just found out about you.
Agreed.
That's
So-
that's true. That's true.
so,
But
like, that's
also
like,
in this
you
day
sort
and
of, like-
but in
But
this
people
day
fear
and
to
age, but in this day and age, you can a lot of times you can spin your bad publicity into something that works better for you. As
Okay,
well.
okay.
It's
Spin
possible.
that. Spin that.
You cannot spin
that.
You
Spin
cannot. You cannot.
No, I want to. I want to hear Gino.
If Homeboy signed
no.
an NDA with Dwight and still went on and said this, there's no way he.
No,
can.
I want to hear Gino.
No,
spin this story.
you want to know how that could get spun? If Dwight actually came out and said, "Hey, yeah, that's
Steven should have spun up Dwight when he tried to. But go ahead.
he spun in him."
Well, all right. Go ahead.
But no, I mean, you could turn that into public speaking,
Mental health.
Yeah, like it's a public speaking, book deals, television shows, like
How?
The time I got caught. Nigga,
Yeah,
stop
right.
it. Get the fuck
I
out.
know, like y'all, you
The time I forced myself
think
into another
but
man's
see,
mouth.
Dunks understands what I'm talking about with that because the thing is, even though it's bad
You made it
publicity,
sound like he's been there before.
Y'all,
I don't know. Even
now y'all
though-
got me questioning the slam dunk.
yeah, right.
oh, that never happened. No,
Go ahead.
even though it is bad publicity, and I'm not
Somebody
saying
named Kitty
and
in
I'm
this
not-
context.
and I'm not saying that it's not bad publicity, but it's just we've seen.
Unlike
We
the phone,
we
Gino.
we've seen hey look I got nothing to hide. We've just seen numerous instances where it's things where you would look at and be like, damn, that's gonna kill that person's publicity, and then all of a sudden they're able to gain more out of it. So that's what I'm saying.
That
It's like,
usually
it's,
okay. So
it's
one,
possible. I'm not saying that it will or could actually happen in this case, but it is possible.
listen. Sometimes, well, one, it depends on the story. Two, it depends on who it is. Now, usually the people that you're talking about, where they able to just kind of keep it moving, is because they don't give a fuck anyway. So like all the what's the negative press, they don't care because they could care less either way. It's usually the people who try to have this squeaky clean image. Those are the people. Like I tell people all the time, there's a reason why Charles Barkley can get away with the stuff that he says, and somebody like a Michael Jordan couldn't say the things that a Charles Barkley says, publicly at least, right? Because Charles Barkley has already made it known he gives zero fucks. Michael Jordan has an image. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
To an extent,
yeah, but Michael Jordan's never going to say the things that
Also,
Charles
Michael
Barkley
Jordan
says.
got business going on. So
Exactly. Charles Barkley can get away with the things he says because he's already established who he is.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so Dwight Howard, he ain't that dude. You know what I'm saying? He tries to be squeaky clean and all this other stuff. I mean, this is the same dude that tried to get his coach fired and then put his arms around him as if he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I mean, every NBA player does.
Yeah, but it was like in the middle of but it was just weird how it happened in the middle of a press conference. Now, even what you just said, like so this particular story, how would you spin that? Based on the allegations, how would you spin that, Gino?
If it came out that someone violated a non-disclosure agreement, it could be spun as he didn't want to come out, someone has violated his trust, betrayed him, and he's coping with it, and he's a victim of it simultaneously. He wished he could have.
First of all, that was way better than anything Gino said.
Well,
Well,
first of all,
you just
I went
said
to
you
school
said,
for
like-
public relations.
This is why y'all a good team.
But
I don't know what you meant
think
by that.
Lesson learned. He wished he could have revealed it, but
it company,
didn't go his way.
but the companies he's endorsed, like say if he was in his prime, right, and companies that were endorsing him,
Yeah.
that would be a sufficient answer. The internet doesn't care, so he's going
for
to get
sure.
dragged
For sure.
from here to there. Even though an NDA was violated, and all that other stuff, it was dragged. And when the internet looks at it, oh, you had an NDA, so he said this, you didn't want this to come out, so they think it's even more truthful.
No,
Even the person could be lying, but
typically NDAs do work because people get that fear of getting sued to the Stone Age because they figure you got money, so you can afford a good lawyer. I might be able to get like, a decent lawyer, but they go get cooked in court because it's an ironclad NDA. Like I owe X amount of money, so I don't know.
that person ain't got no money, you still take an L because you ain't.
Oh, yeah,
getting
you're not getting
and
that
you
money,
had
but
and you just got outed.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the money, but typically in those situations, they just garnish the shit out of you. So whatever money you would earn would just go right to the person anyway. So even if you don't have $1 million, whatever you do have is going to them. So
And then the other thing too that's funny about this situation though is wasn't it all the screenshots from the other guy's burner account?
Yeah.
So it's like even for that guy. So I mean, that's him trying to hide something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right?
The fact
You know
that you have
what I
a burner
mean?
account.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's not a celebrity, so it's like why you have a burner?
I'm just like at this point, man. Like I mean, nothing surprises me, but then everything does. I didn't wake up thinking, okay, Dwight Howard's gonna be outed today, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, am I really that surprised? Not really, because like I said, I feel like most people had their suspicions before now. But you're right, he might be able to survive because, like I said, Anthony Davis survived whatever the hell they was doing back in college.
I think they looked at that because a lot of kids now they play too much like that, and then ever since then, I mean they do this. Not us. I'm not saying kids like that.
I'm still asking, do they?
Yeah,
Like that is
I mean,
a weird way to play.
Green situation, but I think after that, it's just been normal with AD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't get in trouble. He don't be on the headlines. So it's just like y'all was in college. Y'all was playing around horse playing, and then since then you got into the NBA. There's nothing.
Who was the other guy that you said that you?
Jalen Green situation.
Not yet. Wow,
Yeah,
that shit. Is that how they play now? Is that the type of game? What's the name of that game?
I don't know. They horse.
So I can avoid it.
Now I don't know.
I
But,
think Guru called it Pound Town earlier. So
Man, whatever weirdness y'all into, look, I ain't judging, but at the same time, I have a raised eyebrow. But back to sneakers, man. It was just too funny of a story to not just toss up because it was just like, well, why is this happening? But anyway, how's everybody doing?
We could transition into the Powerpuff Girls sneakers.
I was gonna say that is a
I mentioned it last week, and now we have a visual.
from
That's a
one
dunk.
from one Powerpuff to another.
Yeah, man. No, okay. Like I like the heel. I like the heel. My problem with a lot of collabs nowadays is one, there's too many, and then two, most of the collabs seem kind of half-assed. Like I feel like they could have did more with that.
Yeah, well, the release procedure is supposed to be similar to the Grateful Dead, where it's going to be like one skate shops only, one probably on the Sneakers app, and whether it's Cartoon Network or a Powerpuff Girls site.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's probably going to be the final third colorway, like a Friends and Family exclusive colorway.
I'm just trying to think, though. Like, I mean, I know they're going to sell out, but I'm just trying to think, like, who is that for? What's up, man? Who's that? Who, like, I guess, what's the target audience for that?
Kids.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, it's cool, but it seems weird.
I don't think it's like a popular show around still. I don't think.
No, it's not even on.
I was going to say, I don't even know if it still comes on anymore.
No, I know me and my daughter used to watch
I feel like
when
this
she
would
was
be
younger.
targeting our age.
Okay.
So you going to get a pair?
That's my
for
point.
resale.
Maybe is it a girl's release?
No.
I don't think so. It's not women's sizing, at least not announced yet.
Some things never change, huh, Dunks?
What are we referring to?
Well, you said you're going to get them for resale.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Just offended Jumpman. He over trying to resell sneakers in the basement of the Jays.
They're not Jays, though. They're
Still-
Powerpuff Girls.
It's still resale.
Ducks on a loophole.
That's even worse.
As long as they're not Jordans, I can resell them.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, like, it's cool on paper, right? Because Pop-Up Girls was a popular cartoon back in the day. I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, would I wear a pair? And I'm like, no. Then I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, you've been known to wear women's shoes before.
I wouldn't wear Powerpuff Girl shoes.
Well, what's the difference?
What size women's shoe do you wear?
16 and a half. For anybody out there listening. And then the pairs I got, hold on, fucker.
Like four
The last-
WNBA players. Like,
Hold
hold
on.
Check my closet.
The pair.
That's what size kitty
Hold
you
on.
wore.
And the white.
Shit.
Take your pick. Kitty White.
Do you know the one with the personal relationship? He has the brothel. Listen, point is, like, first of all, the women's shoes I bought,
You don't discriminate. In
they were like,
money is money.
they were
Wait.
neutral.
You bought or were gifted?
No, I bought all. I'm trying to think. Let me.
You bought what?
I don't want to
Yeah.
lie. I
Bought
don't want
what?
to lie. No,
What shoe?
Gifted.
no, that Lady Mays I bought.
The same guy that said you wouldn't buy from a women's shoe because you want the women to be.
No, I said I would give them a
Have a
head. No,
chance.
no. no, if you're gonna quote me right. What I said was on release day, I'm not buying the shoes. Now I will wait weeks later once they had a chance to buy the shoes. Then I will go after them. Not to mention, who the fuck is wearing a size 16.5? Nike knows damn well ain't no women out there wearing a size 15. When they go to those extended sizes, she doesn't wear 15.
What she wear?
I don't know, but she wants to wear 15. Point is,
you had your feet side by side with her.
No, I think
maybe that was.
I think he reached out to his.
He reached out.
He
Maybe
reached out.
Maybe
He
she
reached out to his
personally
Nike.
to him.
Reached out to Nike. He reached out to Nike to confirm.
see
But
but they know damn
I was
well.
gonna say, I gotta look
They know
that
damn
up.
well
Get
ain't no
up,
women
Gene.
ain't no women out there wearing a size 15, so they know, typically speaking, when they go to those extended sizes, that because they do pick and choose when they go to extended sizes. Most
17.
women's releases,
17.
she was a 17 and what, women?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 15.
so Air Force Ones y'all might be fighting over because they have run half.
That's your size, right?
yeah.
So you took a pair from her.
Playing toesies.
She
with
went well. The times I bought the shoes, she wasn't here anyway. Point is,
Damn, come on, man.
I'm,
Really?
I'm just stating the fact.
That's
That's
why
why you bought. That's why he had a
they got that
chance.
Achilles problem.
Point is,
Just playing footsies with Brittany Griner.
hell no. Point is,
Paint your nails later.
man. See, here y'all go. Y'all starting that stuff.
Pink.
I was.
I don't know. Brittany Griner might be black.
Yeah, she seemed very gothish. But no, look, point is, what I'm saying is that certain shoes I will get, like the Lely Mays. I thought those were dope. I forgot was the silver and black Jordan 1s. Those weren't a collab, were they?
No, I don't think so.
The silver toes?
No.
You talking about? I think those.
That was just a women's jewelry.
You talking about there was a corduroy material?
No. Those are the Lely Mays.
Yeah, okay,
too. You
yeah,
think
okay,
about those. I'm
yeah.
talking about the other ones. It was like the
Just
shiny
the silver toe.
Yeah.
Basically, it was the gold toe, just soft
But
with silver, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was just the regular.
That was just a
women's
regular.
release.
Yeah, okay. So those are the only two I got.
I mean, that's two.
And I
more
got
than-
them weeks later.
That's two more than anybody else in this room.
Nobody else got the silver toes.
I mean, those shoes. That one, them black and red 14s they did for women's, but they stopped them at a certain size. Like that's the
What'd
one
you
shoe.
say?
The black and red 14s.
My man.
The bread 14s.
No, they was no, like they called them.
I know. I was like
yeah,
messing with John, man.
Oh yeah, the low top. So I think that's pretty much. That was the only one.
Oh, those
I
are the
really-
lipstick joints, right?
Yeah,
He gonna reach
Yeah.
over and smack you one day, man.
Yeah, that's.
You know what he gonna say when he smack you?
What?
Nigga, fuck that.
Right. NFT. Nah, so like, first of all, listen, it depends on the shoe. There are some women's releases that are dope. Now, I typically, like I said, on release date, try not to interfere because it is hard for women to get their shoes. There's enough dudes out there battling them to get the shoes. So I do. Now, yeah, weeks later, once everybody has a chance to try to get them at retail, then yeah, I'll pay the resale price. And once again, ain't that many women wearing a size 16.5 anyway, so who am I taking it from besides Brittany Griner?
Well, let's see. Let's look up WNBA players.
They usually wear like a size 13. That's like the average size.
Candace Parker should be around
No, I don't think she wears a 15.
a 15.
But no, I mean, like I said, the silver toes, that could have been easily been a men's release because it wasn't like that shoe was overly feminine. The cut of it was. The cut of a women's Jordan 1 is different than the cut of a man's one.
Is this you trying to justify it?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out the differences.
So then again, we bring it back. Would you get a Powerpuff Girls dunk?
No, because I'm like, why would I wear a Powerpuff Girl though? Like, I was never into Powerpuff Girls.
The green one to go with.
So these are the ones you're
I was
talking
kind
about?
of thinking, yeah, the buttercup one.
No, I did watch it with my daughter,
I
but
don't
like,
remember the name.
Yeah,
Those the ones
same.
you're talking about?
yeah, those are the ones I'm talking about. I watched the cartoon with my daughter. And like, I would probably buy her some.
And then, but what about for you to wear?
Yeah,
No.
it's just silver Chicago.
So you don't want to match?
If, you know what? Real talk. Now that's a good point. If
Yeah.
she asked me, if my daughter said, "Dad, I want to match," and she wanted to wear Powerpuff dunks, then yeah, I would do that then. But I'm just saying.
That's all I'm trying to get you to do is just admit to it. Because I know
you had to create a unique scenario for that to even make sense.
still had you admit to it.
I mean, that
depends on the scenario.
He's with a
I like them
contingency.
more without
Right.
the googly eyes on the back.
Huh?
I like them more without the eyes on the heel.
I think the eyes actually, because before it would just look like a green dunk. Like, so you get the eyes on there, now you can make the correlation between Powerpuff Girls and the dunk. And that's what I mean about basic collaborations. It seemed like a lot of dunks. I mean, not a lot of dunks. Well, a lot of dunks have been basic, but a lot of collaborations in general have been basic as fuck and not a lot of creativity as far as the shoe. Like, I go back to that J Balvin shit. Outside the heel tab, that shit basic as fuck. You got to sell 3.
So what about all of the other J Balvins?
All of them trash, bro.
But the other ones were more creative, right?
You know,
the
first
Jordan.
one-
the Jordan one,
And the
ugly as
Jordan
fuck,
2?
but at least it was, I could at least.
What about the Jordan 2?
It was a tie-dye shoe. I could not stand the Jordan 1. The Jordan 2 was
Yeah,
nice.
that looked
That's
like
what I was gonna say. I
Jordan
think
three-
the Jordan 2 was straight.
The
The
Jordan
Jordan
3
2
was
listen.
the Jordan 3 was enough balance to have everyday wear, but still put his little flair on it, which is the colorful tie-dye swirly thing. So I think it was a great.
It's just a
compromise.
heel tab. That's the dopest part about that shoe. It's a sell 3 with a heel tab. The 2s, I wasn't a big fan of, but if you want to argue creativity, okay, that might be his creativity. I just didn't like the execution. The 1s for sure didn't like the execution on that. That's by far the ugliest Jordan 1 I've ever seen.
But if that sell 3 dropped by itself, it was sick.
Thank you.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
Thank
that
you.
thing. So, but here's my thing. I like those. But I'm just saying, without the thing on the heel tab, if
But-
it was just a sell 3 all the way through, then it was, yes, it's minute. Yes, it shouldn't be the tipping point for a shoe, but that's the reality.
I know.
of
I'm just saying,
climate.
if given opportunity, I would like to think that you, Guru, given the chance to design an Air Jordan 3, will go in there and do more than just the heel tab.
I mean, we were in that predicament, and you see what they gave us. So, I mean, and we still mustered up something to do that. So I mean, and
But
he's
that's
on,
my
and but he also was on his 3rd shoe, not his 1st one.
okay.
So
That's
he
even
did
worse.
the eccentric shoe. He did the let me play a cool shoe, and now he doing like the
Usually
chill
they
shoe.
give you. Usually they loosen the reins as you go along. When we and you, good point that you brought up. When we had to do the, I don't know what it's
Shoe
called,
cultivator.
sneaker lab
Shoe
cultivator, whatever.
Do they even do that
Point
anymore
is,
still?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
yeah, I was gonna say. I thought they got rid of that.
We was the best one. It was just downhill after that. Point is, even with the limited options we had, we still because you had the fireworks shit. I had the
I
rock
did
and ride
5.
joints. Like no, like we still did more than just one part of the shoe.
I mean, he did more than one part. He did 2. He did 1 shoe. He did the
I'm talking about
entire
the 3.
shoe.
I'm just talking about the 3. I'm just talking about.
I
the
mean,
3.
I just said you can't say just the 3 when he had 2 other shoes to experiment.
No, I'm
now if
talking
this
about-
was
no,
his
I'm talking
first shoe, then yeah, you drug your
talk-
feet on it.
No, that's if anything, that makes more of my point because if you showed all that creativity for the first 2, then you come with something basic. Yeah,
Then he's
now I got
lose
something to
lose
compare
because
it
if you
to.
do the same thing for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd shoe, now all your shoes look the same.
Who said the same thing? I'm
So
not
they
saying
lose.
you got to do the same thing. I'm just saying do more than just change the heel tab.
Well, at least he did.
If you show me that you have the ability to be creative and then you come with some basic shit, even when I was in school, right? Even when I was in school, you always, and I know we all had that one teacher when they knew you had potential to do more, they would put you to the side. Hey, you know what? Yes, this probably could have got a B, but I know you could. You have the ability to do better.
You trying
So
to
go back
hold
and
him
do
to
it.
the same standards that you would hold a Ronnie or
No, I'm holding him to the standard that he already set.
his.
How did he?
Where
set
do you
that
rank his
standard?
collaborations
You
among
just
other
no, I'm
people?
saying
You
if you
just
show
said
me-
the Jordan
no,
1
listen to
was,
what I'm
was
saying.
horrible.
Listen to what I'm saying again. If you show me that you have the ability to do more than just design the heel tab, you did it with the Jordan 1. You did it with the Jordan 2. He ain't just fucking design the swoosh on the Jordan 1. He ain't just design the heel count on the Jordan 2. He did something to the entire shoe on both shoes. So if you tell me that you have the ability to do those things, when you come up with a Jordan 3, I'm going to expect something within that same vein.
I have no problem with it because if he made the shoe, the other 2s were eccentric. Some shoes you only could wear with certain outfits. He said, you know what? I want to tone it down so people can wear it more often, but still put my flair on it. I have no problem with that. But we can't have that discussion unless he's here to defend himself.
But who said it had to be eccentric?
His other first 2 shoes shows you that.
No, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of real estate between eccentric and
They're also Jordan
nothing.
brand's been around for 35 years. So I mean, there's what has been done to the 3 that hasn't been
That's
done.
the point of them doing collaborations. So if you're gonna come out with a,
After-
if you're gonna collaborate,
It's
and
hard to do
something
a
basic-
rap record in 2023 than it was in 92 because there was less people before you, so it was more room for you to try things differently.
Less inspiration.
And I don't feel you can do a Jordan 1, Jordan 2, and he does a Jordan 3 different silhouettes. There's going to be differences in creating.
I agree with
A
you, but my
shoe.
point is, okay, this is where I
There's
think
no
we
heel
differ.
tab on the 1 and the 2.
This is
So
where I think
that-
we differ. If we're talking about normal Jordan brand designers, I would agree with you because they got to pump out shoes damn near every week,
You're saying it needs a zip tie.
basically.
Well,
But
no,
no,
was
so
the- that
but my
was the
point
worst
is,
thing
it's not
they
like this
did.
dude is pumping out shoes every fucking week. This dude maybe like once every other year. You got time to think of something fucking creative other than let me just design the heel
But yes,
tag.
he does. But he also has to look at what shoes came before him. So he has to look at general. Yes, he does. Because if he does that and make his shoe look like a Katrina 3, we're gonna just say that's a Katrina 3 with a J Balvin on it. If he do a black cement and make the red a little bit lighter, that's nothing but an infrared 3 that's a black cement. So it's you at this far in the
But why
game
are we
with so
acting
many
like the
shoes-
only other option is the shit he came up with versus
because
a
Jordan 3
retail
doesn't
shoe?
have that many things. Jordan 1s they can do more with. We
Yeah,
seen patent leather. We seen suede Jordan 1s. We seen that Jordan 3 hasn't had that.
Yeah,
many
I'm not even talking about the
modifications to it.
material, dog. There's more things to do.
But what-
If
but
that-
the material allows
hold on.
the color options.
If you telling
bro.
me,
But
if
wait
you're
a-
telling me, if you're telling me that ain't much else you can do with a Jordan 3, then just fucking shut it down. Then
What's
But then what's the
like?
Jordan? But what's the Jordan 3 that looks crazy?
What do you mean?
No,
crazy?
why do people keep saying crazy?
No, I'm not saying crazy, but like name me a Jordan. But I'm saying name me a Jordan 3 that was a collab in which there was a lot of creativity that was done. There hasn't been.
Yeah, not on the heel, especially on the heel. tag.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I was gonna say, who was that? Was that Futura that did the
What
white and
that
black
from,
Jordan
the
3 that
colors?
just they changed the
What I'm-
heel
Heel
tab
tab.
they
I
had?
wrote the heel tab. He heel
listen,
tab.
if you're gonna tell me you'll do a collaboration and the shoe just comes out and
White-
all off white and you just design one part of the shoe, the heel tab, dude, that's fucking lazy and basic as fuck. Now we talk about what they come out with. I'm pretty sure we can go online and look up custom 3s and see more putting to that shit than any collab we've seen. So don't tell me that there ain't ideas out there. It's just not being done by the people who have the opportunity.
But that was his.
The
that was
Money
his
the
story.
Money Air 3s are the best in my opinion, and they're simple.
That's basic as hell.
Dog, thank you.
agree.
Once again.
So why?
But everybody,
all of
but
them.
It's like all of them.
everybody
Everybody
favorite.
look up custom 3s. I'm pretty
Everybody,
sure we'll find
everybody,
something dope.
everybody favorite Jordan 3 is a black
Fragment.
cement 3.
Hold up, that's
White
the one.
cement
Hold up,
3s.
no, that's the one I was just
black
thinking
cement,
about.
like they're all.
But people buy those because of the nostalgia factor.
But see, this is what I'm saying. There is no Jordan 3 that is a collab in which there's been a
How
lot
many
of
Jordan 3
creativity.
collabs have there been? You got the J Balvin, you got the Dornbecker, you got the Alma Meniers.
Can you really count the Dornbecker as a collab?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would count it. In my opinion, I always count Dornbecker as its own separate thing.
No, that's a collab.
That's a collab.
They're collaborating with that child to tell their story.
It's an
Like,
annual
But he doesn't
collab,
like
but yes.
Yeah, I call it a collab.
But see, this is what I was gonna say is you got the few you got the fragment 3s. That's
those are basic.
right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That would have been probably the most noticeable collab that's been done with a 3 outside of this J Balvin, and
You
it
know what's
was
funny?
basic.
And you know what's funny? It's funny that we're talking about it. Probably the best 3 that has come out is the Dornbecker as far as collaboration.
Again, that's why I said I always say Dornbecker is because I always say
You
Dornbecker
like
is
the
its
I'm
own thing.
Year 3.
I feel like I won't jump in. I feel like they basic. I don't hate them. It's just they basic.
So why do you dislike the J Balvin's over the I'm Years?
It's the same shoe.
No, it's basic. I make the same argument for the
It's not
Alma
basic.
Meniers.
It's not
Wait,
basic.
what the I'm in year?
No.
Outside, yeah, that is very basic. Because okay, you're looking at the heel
What
tab.
is it? What is the?
Outside the hill tab, what else did he do?
What is the theme of it though?
The sunset.
So what?
Sounds like look like execution to me.
Huh?
What else could he do with the sunset?
So you mean to tell me ain't nothing else to show but just the
We
sun,
make a
right?
cloudy sunset.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like this.
You didn't like the clouds on the 2?
I'm just the clouds on the 2.
You got clouds
Oh.
too. So I
God
mean,
damn it. Oh my God. So we might get the
Did they
heels
pull
on
the
4.
tools out, or you don't?
Huh?
You
No, I've seen enough of the 2s for one lifetime.
because I know you dislike them.
I hate them.
So what would you have
I don't
done?
know. You know what?
What
Give
would
me
you
time.
have
Okay,
done?
you know what? Given time, I probably would have did some. Case in point, you got that. Okay, so you got that heel tab, right? That heel counter, which is usually elephant print.
Mm-hmm.
I would have did something like
Hey, what about this?
Japanese.
I think that the Atmos, those kind of, I don't know if we'd call them loud, but
They
Okay.
basic.
Okay.
I mean,
I
that's,
So you know what I would've
but
did?
it's
Suede
simple.
on
It's the
it. It's
material.
suede.
You know
It's
what I
the
would've did?
material. You know what I mean? Like
I've seen it on a shoe. I can't think of the shoe, but like it's almost like Japanese anime, like how they do their clouds and stuff. That heel counter, I would have did some type of material like shit, I can't think of the material.
but he's Latino, so why would he look?
No, I'm
for
just
the-
giving you an. He's asking me what I would do.
Yeah, but his predicament, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just telling you, like that heel counter with its
I like
the
this.
elephant
I
print goes,
didn't miss it.
I would have did.
I like everything he did with this.
I would have did like a white suede or something. I can't jacquard print, I think is what it called. But I would have did something where it kind of like mimics like a cloud.
But you also know Michael Jordan still has to approve this before it goes out. So
with that too.
So he pitched
So he tell
his
you now.
story of what he wanted the shoe to look like to MJ. MJ basically approved.
Yeah, he proves it before
Yeah,
it
he
goes
proves
out.
everything.
Yeah,
before
so-
it goes out. So even if they might, you never know. He probably went more eccentric. They was like, maybe your other first two shoes were eccentric. We need you to tone this down.
And then, like I said,
just
the
wonderful
most Jordan 3s are pretty simple. For the
And
most
I
part.
think
Like,
Jordan
they
Brand
don't
lets
really
you
do a lot of
they
crazy.
let
You know
you
what I'ma
go.
do?
They get
All right.
they have more freedom with your Jordan 1 collaborations than Jordan 3s. They're like, we ain't gonna let you do two.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Since everybody wanna ask me what I would do, I'm gonna Photoshop some shit. Just to show you what I would have done with that same exact shoe.
But have
Same
you
as
seen
some
the?
concept.
No, I
have
need you.
you
I need
seen
you.
the-
I need you
the
to know.
tongue of the shoe yet? Because I know
I've seen
with
the
with
entire
his
shoe.
pants,
It's
you've
I
seen the
need
entire-
I need you to do 1. I need you to do a 2, and I need you
Let
to
it
do a
look
3.
great.
It's amazing.
Well, let me start
Yeah.
with the threes first.
No, you gotta do the ones because he started off with the ones.
No, he asked me what I would do with that shoe differently because that's the shoe I'm complaining about. The other shoes are just ugly. I ain't complaining about the
Oh, yeah, that's
creativity.
why I seen the midsole on them.
I was just
I had
like-
no beef with those.
That was just like they ugly.
A lot
This-
of collab shoes, you only could wear like 1 or 2 outfits. This you can get more wear out of, which I like.
can
Because
wear
if I'm gonna spend the
multiple.
extra
It's
$30,
basically all white. Like, yes, of course. Of
It's
course you
not
get more
white.
wears out of it.
It's like
Okay,
orange,
off-white.
cream.
Whatever. Like, it's the same thing.
Like you said, sale.
Sale, off-white,
What is whatever the official colorway is? but
Yeah, it's probably
Probably
sale. It's
sale.
probably
But if I'm gonna
sale.
spend extra $30 for a shoe that's normally $200, I want to wear it a little bit more often than with rainbow outfits.
Right.
So
that-
I can't
you know what?
be mad at
anybody listening that does collaboration, just come up with an all sale shoe so everybody can get more wears out of it. Don't think
You
about it.
talking to a person who did an all sale shoe. When I did that, the Detroit Piston one for the shoe cultivator, that shoe was sale with it, and people liked it because it was simple, but I left
Pull up the
the sale background. The reason I did the sale background
No, I'm just
was
saying,
to
pull
give
up the
the
picture.
accent. I got the picture.
I can't remember of it. I can't remember.
to give the accent.
I'm gonna redo Guru's shoe too. I'm gonna do J Balvin's 3 and Guru's whatever. What shoe was it?
Detroit Players.
No, I'm saying what silhouette did you use?
Air Force One High.
Okay.
Where is this at? Here you go. I did a sale shoe.
Let me
See that?
But see,
He gonna give you props for that because you put more color into the shoe.
no,
and
because he obviously
he didn't
put.
just put color on one part of the shoe.
Yeah, he actually put it throughout the shoe, and there was a lot of thought behind that. And not to mention, like he said, we was limited. We was handcuffed like a motherfucker.
How you know he wasn't? He can only use certain colors.
Listen, we didn't have the option to put sunsets on. our
And
shoe.
no, but here's the thing.
Those are the colors color options.
Nah, if we want to, are we really about to sit here?
No,
Are
look,
we
you
really
know
about
that,
to, wait,
I
time
mean,
out.
you wanna-
Are we really about
you
to
wanna
sit
do
here?
gradient colors on the
can
whole
defend
shoe?
this. I can defend this. When you look at everybody else who had a Jordan 3 collaboration before him,
Yes.
theirs looked like they had limited range too.
I've been
So
saying
you
Hold on,
that.
can't
hold
say-
on.
So you can't say
Time
that
out. I
he
think
did
they
have
limit
full
all
ring of
of them.
dings.
Time out,
Yes.
time out.
That's what I've been saying.
Time out. If y'all really about to sit here and act like they have Nike ID options when they do collaboration,
No. I didn't say Nike idea. Right?
No,
he
it's-
could have. He
it's-
right.
They don't have unlimited
could've been-
options.
yeah.
though.
It could have been
you got
patent-
options to put other colors besides just sale.
Here's my thing. He could have went to them and said, "I want a patent leather 3." And they was like, "No, we're not doing this because of production costs. We don't want to do this." MJ doesn't like patent leather 3s. He only likes it on the 1. So
And here's the thing: we're not even. First of all, we don't even know if that's the case. That's just
But
conjecture.
the cell could be the sand. He might be at the beach with
Yes,
the sunset. I mean, you never know what he.
Yeah,
was,
that could be
you
the
don't know
story
what
he was
he's
trying to
thinking,
tell.
man.
Well, okay. Here's my question. All right. I feel like we asked
You're
you
not-
before.
Oh my
you-
God.
No, hold
Open
up,
to
hold up. So,
different
so
options.
Oh
again,
my God.
so the theme is the sunset. What would you have done on like the
That's what I'm saying.
entirety of the
I'm a Photoshop. I'm gonna do a Photoshop. I'm gonna show you exactly.
yeah, he
what
would put 94 West on the heel tab. He would put Kensington Park on the tongue. He would put J Nap in the insole. Like
Hey, look,
he
you
would
want
have heart on the shoelaces.
You want to know what would happen? MJ would be like, "Nah, you ain't doing that."
And then C's would have went to the.
But we don't even know that. We keep.
C's would have went Instagram live on the couch.
So we're making
Man.
we're making conjecture.
Free the black
arguments.
man, free the black creative,
We would have.
and I love my girl. Motherfucker, I
just
saw
had to
that
get it.
Cupid hat you got on
had to
too.
get that
That
in.
Cupid
Hey,
hat
hey,
you got
I
on
don't even know
too.
what hat on.
hey,
You
hold
went from wearing every NBA team to Cupid to Mickey Mouse shooting the hearts. Oh, I don't even know who you are.
Hey, look, hey, wait,
Hey,
Guru,
poke him. Make sure he in a hologram.
hey, Guru, the way he would do it is one shoe would be him, the other shoe would be her. It'll be
Oh, his
they
and
come
her.
together. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I just love these conjecture arguments on Michael.
But
Didn't
that
let
would
him
be
do
dope,
it.
right?
But Jordan Brand didn't give
That
him
would be
options. All
cool.
this other stuff. We don't know that. All I know is that
And
he
his
came
shoe
out with a
was released on
basic ass
Valentine's
shoe,
Day.
and I'm not giving nobody props for doing something that anybody could have did.
I haven't seen nobody do it before him, so I can't say that.
All Sell 3. You ain't never seen an All Sell 3?
No, I haven't seen. When did SL3 drop?
I'm pretty sure there's an All
No,
Sell 3.
there's no
somewhere.
SL3.
Let's look.
Oh, there's an All Sell 1. I'm thinking about the one.
Thank you.
There's an All Sell 1. Okay.
There's no
I think we
SL3.
got a reference.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Reference right over to your
I
right.
haven't seen all.
I know, yeah, Jumpman. I know if anybody had it, would be down here.
But I ain't no SL3.
No, and see, Jumpman got the fragment one, like I said.
Some of them where it looks.
Jumpman got fusions, so
So we can talk about.
Wait, hold on.
It'd be a whole
Would
nother
that
show.
disqualify him?
Right. That made me a reseller, right?
no, according to Jordan Brand, yeah, apparently.
I actually no, that does disqualify you from being a reseller.
You would think.
Fusions?
You would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
You would think, but they thought he was a reseller wearing them.
What's crazy is a reseller trying to disqualify other people in the sneaker community. That is a weird take to have.
It takes one to know one.
2023.
That's a weird take to have.
I will say this about those clear back tabs. That's my fear of even buying a pair like that.
Well, Jay Blavin tinted his, so you don't have that problem.
Well, I'm not buying them. So
Do you think
Now what
fusions are
if
listed on StockX?
what if your connect
I think
sent
they
them
are.
to you?
I'm donating
I think
them
they
to
are.
Kicks for Kids.
I know.
Oh, that's
You
a
a lie.
lie.
What?
I know you.
That's a
Why not?
violation.
What you
That's
say?
You
one
gonna
thing.
wear? You gonna
That's
wear it
one-
one
That's
time.
one thing you
he's
don't
gonna wear
do.
'em.
Yes,
You
I
said
do.
if he got-
You better
One
ask
thing-
Shakita.
No.
Yeah, let me
Jay,
think
you said
that.
you wouldn't wear the J Balvin's threes?
No,
If they were given to
no.
him. One thing.
No.
You know,
Let me tell you.
you want to know how he
No,
alive?
one thing you don't
Why
do
am I
is give
lying?
away something.
You wanna
that
know
was
how you
given to
lying?
Why am I lying?
Because you wore them Ivan Ooze Converses. And I know if you wore them Ivan Ooze Converses, that you would wear some J Balvin threes.
I like. First of all,
Well, remember those
hold on.
crazy. He
Hold on,
liked
hold on.
it.
Time out,
It
time
was
out,
a
time
lot that was done with that.
Listen.
He liked that.
Hold on, time out.
You should pull that.
I'm about
pull
to-
up that
about to tell
purple
you.
Converse, and he
I'm about to tell you why.
Wear J Balvin.
I'm about to tell you why. First of all, that wasn't a collaboration.
You posted it?
That was desperate. That was desperation.
No,
from
no,
the
no,
Converse
Didn't
part.
you?
No.
You wore him at work, didn't you?
He wore.
Yeah, I wore 'em.
He
Hell yeah, I wore 'em.
he wore 'em. Duh.
Oh yeah,
Why-
yeah. You
why is
definitely
that a-
get
lying,
Why is that an
man.
offense?
Stop
I'm not
lying.
wearing the J Balvins.
Stop lying.
I will donate them.
You will wear them one time. You will wear them to work one time.
At least
Hey,
three
look,
times a show.
hold up, because
I better
I
ask somebody.
I
'Cause There's
bet
plenty
you
of
I
shoes
know
out
what
there that
happened.
I didn't give away that I was given.
No,
No,
that
hold
makes
up.
it even worse though. That you would give away J Balvin threes, but wear this.
That's him.
Why?
That's
why
why-
he
but-
is.
but that
I'm
that
gonna-
leather,
hold on.
that leather that the leather that look like on those threes. Imagine
Yes.
what if you get those in hand and you like, damn, these are nice.
But he know he don't care
Still
about
wouldn't-
quality. He don't care about
No,
quality.
No, I do care about quality, but it's just like, hold on. What I've said about
run the
quality.
Wilbur
what is-
Sports. Run the Wilbur
Where-
Sports for the chat.
Pull it up.
We got
because I've
video.
always said,
We got
listen,
video of that.
I've been known to say that you got an ugly shoe with good
Uh-oh.
quality is like an ugly chick with a good personality.
New
Backtracking.
Balance.
Don't nobody care about her personality. She ugly.
Backtracking.
Thank you.
So you
So you can have good quality in a shoe. If it's ugly, I ain't wearing it.
Look, oh, I found them.
Find them.
Everybody here saw these J Balvin threes.
Yeah.
He said he wouldn't wear them if they were given to him, but he wore this shoe and it was given to him.
Wait, is that the picture of him wearing it though?
No, you didn't.
Them bitches hard.
You ain't wear them,
I
man.
did wear them.
You ever brought them?
And you know what? You know what's-
Hey, and he's
You know what-
proud. He's proud.
and you know what's crazy? I get so many compliments when I wear those.
I can
From
hear it.
who?
Everybody.
Hey, I'm gonna take your own line.
Buddies.
Ugly girls with good personalities are always told that they're nice. So I guess that applies to your shoe
Anybody-
compliments.
Listen, telling you nice and actually dating you is two different things.
Oh, bro.
I can say you nice. I
They
ain't
said
taking
them
you
shoes
home.
nice, but they didn't go out and buy them.
Them J-
Huh?
you-
They said it was
J
nice, but they didn't
Balvin.
go out and buy them.
About what?
People said those shoes you had on were nice, but did they go out and buy them?
They didn't have to.
Because they wasn't available.
They didn't have to. I'm just saying. What nobody saying? Hey, those
For our listeners, it's called the Converse
ERX.
ERX Impress High Court Purple Iridescent. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Everybody be like, yo, them nice. I'm like, okay, cool. They ain't got to buy. Listen, I'm not buying shoes because everybody else buy them. I buy them. Well, first of all, I didn't buy them. It was given. But like I said, when I first got them, they grew on me. Because I didn't know what to do with them. I was going to donate them at first. I donated the white pair.
They don't.
Because it came in a purple
They
pair. and it came in a
donated
white
them
pair.
to you because they couldn't get rid of them.
That's probably why.
How,
That's probably why.
hold up, the people that said that they was nice, did they have a mask on? What did their face look like when they said it?
Ivan Ooze.
They started snickering.
There was you know what?
Mhm.
They were party planners because they're like, oh, that purple is like baby shower saran wrap I can use for the candy table. Yes. See, he said they all right.
Yeah, all right.
He said he don't.
No,
He don't like.
not at all. I don't like them. I don't. Like
And it hit the tongue light up too. The 10.
That's why they had to do that.
the tongue light up too.
They had to add the extra
Those so
element.
fast, I didn't know they lit up.
So what
You
about
didn't know they lit up?
No.
So what about the extra element for them Converses?
That would have been nice if they put it on there.
They
If they would have lit up.
They should have threw.
If they add a light to them shoes, it'd be a lighthouse, bro. The side.
Hey, it'll really look like that Ivan Ooze be glowing.
No, because they sent me the white pair and they sent me the purple pair. The white pair I did donate. The purple pair, I don't even know what happened, but I ended up keeping them long enough to like have them grow on me, and I wore them.
So you didn't like them when you first got them?
Slow blink.
No, at first I was kind of like, the hell?
They blink. Blink, blink.
I like the 3s better than those.
So
That's dope, man.
Yeah, if I'm looking at it straight from the back, that's it. Like, yeah, I would have thought that was nice too.
who you,
but
Dwight Howard?
look at any other part of the shoe.
Who are you, Dwight Howard?
You're terrible. Seize Howard.
Wow. Wow.
All right, we're gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave the white alone. Hey, that's a lawsuit you're gonna have to handle. I said alleged. I had nothing to do with that one. But anyway,
His screenshots.
man,
Gino wants to talk about the Barbie movie Nike pack.
No, I don't.
this is a Barbie movie Nike pack.
It is though. It's a couple Air
I
Max.
did not see. Let me see this.
I had only seen the dunks, and then Gino shared with me they got a Vomero. What else?
No, okay. Now, is it something that's actually going to come out?
I believe so.
Because you would think if it was going to come out, it
I
came out.
thought when I saw the dunk, it was photoshopped, and I saw
You gonna show me a picture of Austin Reeves? Like, what?
My bad, wrong person. I should have showed that to Guru.
the marketing team behind the Barbie movie is using their IP to full extent, and I don't doubt they are collabing with as many people as
But
possible.
why not just drop the shoe? Like, release it when the movie comes out, or right
Movie
before
is
the movie
out.
comes out. That's my point. Like, when is it supposed to come out?
Yeah,
It hasn't released it. Oh, it did come out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
I gotta find the actual shoes because it's a whole pack.
Just
I'm
some
trying to find
Converse.
I'm trying to find the whole pack.
It's a whole. I mean, shoes are in spec.
4.
They did a collab with Crocs too.
Oh god. Let me guess.
Why can't
Hot
I
pink.
find it? Oh, of course.
Let's go to sneakerpartytrade.com.
It ain't on there.
Oh wow, we slipping.
These notes are from our Discord.
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't go on there when I go on
I need
there.
to sign on.
Submit an IT ticket.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
You gotta submit a ticket for you to approve. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
there
I
you
was
go.
added and then it would pop up.
No, I'm trying to. It's all bot protection.
You got to
make sure
get-
they don't-
again,
it's
look who
all
it's targeted
security
to.
features.
These Air Maxes.
Okay,
are
I
nice.
didn't know that. Okay.
What's the name of these Air Maxes?
I don't know the name of that Air Max with that.
Let me see.
It's got
The
that
ones at the
bulky, the bulky
Oh,
bubble.
Scorpion was it?
top. Yeah, okay. Those are decent. The rest
I
of
think the
them kinda-
Vomero was straight.
It'll Vomero straight.
Yeah.
It would be the Scorpions, the Vomeros, and then the other two.
I mean, the dunk is cool. I mean, no, what's that? Yeah, that's a dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Vomero is cool. But again, look who it's targeted to.
Who? Girls?
Probably because it's Barbie and it's pink.
So just
Yeah, you would think so.
That's okay.
Kind of sexist though. Where's Can's collab at?
Ken's collab might be that J Balvin.
Man, I'm just saying. Speaking of which, I gotta take my daughter to go see that movie Monday. I'm gonna go see Oppenheimer today, but then I'm gonna take her Monday to see that Barbie movie.
Oh, I planned on seeing
Hey,
Oppenheimer.
you're gonna have a.
through
It's a real bad movie. I saw it last night.
Oppenheimer?
Barbie.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, you was probably high.
Yeah, I was pretty.
Well, yeah.
It was still.
Do you
tough as
remember
shit.
what happened?
Every Barbie's named Barbie and every guy's named Ken. And hey Barbie, hey Barbie,
that
hey
sound
Ken,
like-
hey Ken. I'm about to fucking blow
You
my
sure
brains
you
out.
went to go see the movie? Or you
Right. He was.
Hey,
he was
I don't even know what theater he was in. He was,
here's how bad it started. I walk into the.
he was
theater-
standing outside somebody's window watching ATV.
No. I walk into the theater. I buy a ticket, and the
Oh, you seen it
person
by
at
yourself?
the recession. No, he calls me Ken.
wait, hold up.
You
When
were
we're buying tickets, I go, "Hey Barbie, hey Ken." Like it's just too much. When you walk into the theater, they're calling everyone Barbie and Ken.
Man, this dude went to a dark bathroom and started watching movies on the phone.
Nah, that's
Would have rather done that.
No, he was at Walmart staring at the Barbie Playhouse.
Yeah, he was in the electronics session,
Trying on the dunks.
Man, just stoned out his mind, just stood
looking
there.
at the displays. Like, this Barbie movie sucks. So you saw it by yourself?
With a girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
2 people.
with
Four,
Wow.
four
Yeah,
people
well,
in love.
hey.
Wow.
The
4 people in love.
Instead of saying the,
Yeah, he did say, "Hey." So it's more than
Got
one.
multiple.
No.
Don't get caught up now.
Slam.
Dunk.
Yeah.
Oh, was it the one that was over there last time?
Yeah, you met her.
Okay.
She said, okay, like, okay.
I mean, no, like it's nice. She was nice.
Outstanding.
She was, huh? How would you know?
Because I was over there and I saw her.
I think he brought me the what was it? Not the Burn Rubber, their sister store, Jordan 2s.
218.
Oh, the 218.
Oh yeah, the 218s.
I think that would have been. Or no, me. I don't know.
No, it was the 218s.
Did you resell them?
You know,
No,
he
but I
did.
traded them on Trade Block.
What the fuck?
Shout out Trade Block.
He can't help himself, JB. You know he don't know how to act. Hey, that whistle had some bass to it.
I
It
was
did.
Jumpman.
Disrespect.
You see that vein in Jumpman's? Yeah, he like, man, his forehead.
Damn, man, you
pissed.
made me get some veins in my
Man,
head.
he is mad. Like, how dare you? That was a Detroit collab too.
You guys all have your pairs?
Yes.
Bam.
Yeah.
I didn't get a pair.
Yeah.
I got a pair for my brother. I didn't want them.
I could have sworn I asked everybody who wanted a pair.
Yeah, that was for my brother.
Oh, okay.
No, because he really wanted them. So I was like, yeah.
Speaking of, are you guys familiar with Trade Block?
No, I keep on with you.
The trade. That's the trading block. That's when you playing.
I mean,
like
you can't
Madden.
trade with nobody but
No,
NBA
no,
players.
no, it's-
I know. Me and Brittany Griner just going back and forth with our shoes.
Pitching, reselling,
No, it's not
and
reselling.
trading.
It's
Same
trading.
thing, man.
It's not
There-
trade.
there- there's-
I traded niggas before.
Trading ain't the same.
There's not a lot of resellers.
Trade
on
not the
Trade Block.
same as reselling.
Trading with a little bit of cash on the side.
Well, that's optional.
That's the
That's the entice.
Most
man.
times is trade.
Are you gonna trade a Jordan 11 for an all-white Air Force One straight up?
But like, I'm a reseller.
No,
of Trade Block.
you need some incentive.
I
Exactly.
wouldn't entertain
See how
that.
quiet Jumpman got that?
Exactly.
Hey,
wouldn't
in
even
his
entertain
mind, I
that.
heard
But if a
the-
dude
I
said I
heard
give you
the-
an all-white Air
like
Force
that.
One plus $300, then I might do that because even if I don't want the Air Force One, I could take the $300 and go buy another pair of 11s.
At least the
So-
difference between retail.
So
Yeah.
you're a reselling trader then.
I
It's
am.
not-
No, you're
it's
the
not-
trader
it's
with
not.
incentivized.
Because how much does that Air Force One cost? Like $90 now?
No, it's $100 now.
Okay, $100 now. A Jordan 11
You gotta-
is what,
$225,
$225.
yeah.
So yeah, so if I added
I mean, you-
$125 to it, I'm just giving
You
you
have
the,
to pay to
the
trade,
value
though.
of what
There's
it
not
costs
that
at
many
retail.
If I even
resellers
came
on
to
there.
me with that, I wouldn't even entertain it because it doesn't make sense.
But that's why when you add cash,
Yeah,
it incentivize it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
And NBA,
I
they
guess
do it-
I would be a different.
NBA teams
be a
do it all the
different
time.
trade.
You're not worth this player, but you give me the draft picks.
here goes some-
incentivize the
Exactly.
trade.
Or here goes some
Yeah.
cash compensation because
Yeah,
the
that's what-
contract is
yeah.
trash.
Yeah, his
I
contract
would
is trash,
only
but I'm gonna
trade something that was.
well, apples and
compare.
apples.
Speaking
Yes,
of trading,
but
OpenSea
that's
launched
me.
Let's Make a Deal, which is their NFT swap program.
Hey, fuck that.
I swear to God,
need the drop.
we need the drop. We need the drop.
I guess
Look-
I
look
wouldn't
at-
be
dog,
good on none of that stuff. That's why I don't do it.
We need the drop.
Dog, it's Mountain Dew in that Pepsi.
Nah.
But no, that's his second one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He
Third,
old.
I had one for y'all.
Oh boy.
Rare
Oh, boy.
form.
They got the
I had
original
Mountain
recipe
Dew all
too.
night because I worked last night.
Oh man, you got to work tonight?
Now I'm off, but I had 185 stops yesterday, and I'm still irritated.
How is that even possible?
People ordering the damn swimming pool.
No, I'm just saying 185
Almost
stops.
all
Fam,
day.
you a
That-
kingpin. You a kingpin. What you mean
Get
185?
the fuck out of
stops?
here. Here we go with that
They
bullshit.
make,
that in a
100
week.
they make 185 stops.
You got 185
There
drops,
we go.
185 stops.
Here we go with that
You
shit.
got 185 pickups.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey man.
Free.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
they pay him for that.
I ain't doing shit for free.
Money.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
If not, leg is getting broken.
We're talking.
Suge Knight.
Are we going to talk about it being the 40th anniversary of Chicken Nuggets?
Yes.
This is the man who got to work and went back to the drive-through line to get his missing nugget. I would like to.
I didn't go back to the drive-thru line.
Yes, he did.
But they shorted
no.
you 2 nuggets?
Yes, he did.
No,
Whoa.
no, that's not what I did.
What was it?
That's
No.
low key petty, man.
He's switching up.
That's petty.
Oh.
No,
See.
that's Guru being on that
Never-
bullshit.
I'm not.
What
I'm
I
not.
did, what I
Never
did. No.
I'm telling the
cease
truth.
to amaze.
No, what happened
See?
was
Yeah,
there was a
come on.
McDonald's by my job. Instead of giving me, first of all, instead of telling me that they didn't have any more nuggets, these jackasses took 2 chicken tenders and cut them up into 10 pieces.
Like you
That's
wasn't
still,
gonna
that's
know.
still technically a nugget.
Yeah, that's
still
a nugget.
technically a nugget.
No, that's not a nugget.
I mean,
bro.
they more bite.
So what did
size.
you do?
can
Let,
just
let him finish this one. His story.
That was it. Like I didn't even know this shit was tenders until I got to work because I was already running late. So when I got to work, I opened it up. I couldn't do nothing but laugh because I was like, "Yo, who the fuck does
And then
this
you
shit?"
went back.
Fuck no, I ain't about to go back.
You did. You filed a complaint. You filed an EOC online.
Wow. You don't see. I'm about to file one on you.
File it on me, man. I'm good. Factual stuff.
I mean, it was kind of funny though, because I was like, "Why the fuck?" Just say you didn't have any.
Bro, I swear, in that Woodward Podcast Studio at the shipping containers on the second floor, you said you went back.
First of all, Woodward Sports in the.
I know. That's on. It's about Woodward, but he went.
All up.
Yeah, I mean, we went. I've been here for quite some
back
time.
when White Ranger was still on the show.
Oh wow.
No, he wasn't there.
Oh, I just
We had who was that? That was what's his name? Rest in peace. What's his name?
He'd be the one to do it.
Who?
White Ranger.
No.
Well, let's shower.
Hey, he was the first Adam 22.
Wow.
Yo.
Was he just not as successful as Adam 22?
No, because I know he's talking about San Jose, 2017.
Oh, tender.
Man, that ride back to the house. It's like, man, no.
I mean, well, at least Adam.
And they gonna hand me the phone. I'm like, I want to touch that shit.
Nah,
Put
bro.
some alcohol wipes.
He's like, oh, this girl, she said she'll meet us. And I was
Like, no, meet you.
I looked at the Twitter page. You know it's a fake account because
The name and a
it's
bunch
like,
of zeros.
It's like my son typed. It was like FGAVAFCCC345 ###. I'm like, fam.
You know when you
That's a fake
accidentally hit the
account.
keyboard and a whole bunch of letters and numbers just
that was
pop up?
the person. That was
it.
a woman's name.
It wasn't even
Twitter
the name. It was just FYX 013319.
And then was some epic time.
Bruh.
I tell you, it was.
It was wild. We sitting there like, dog.
He slept with that Wolverine mask on.
Looking like a fat bang.
He was licking on somebody's
When
toes.
did y'all say he
rest
had
in
like
peace,
sleep
stuff.
apnea
Remember
or
that?
something
He
like
licked
that?
on who toes? He licked on somebody's toes?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Dog, you wasn't there? Good, you was there.
Who was that?
That was Atlanta.
Rest in peace, though.
Who was that?
D-Lo.
Oh, he looked. I did not see that.
You was there.
Wait.
That's probably at the same time.
We was at the club.
That was that time. Who's that? Where?
Somebody
Was at
spilled a drink.
club.
Right?
Yes.
This
Oh,
was-
somebody
that's
spilled the
before I
drink
got
on
there.
D-Lo's feet.
Oh, that's before I got there. That's before I got there.
Dude came out of nowhere. You ever seen? Okay, you ever
like
seen?
a buzzard.
You know what he was? You ever seen the clips of like if water gets spilled on the court and the kids run out there, like literally run out there with towels and like wipe it up quickly? That's how fast he ran to D-Lo's feet and licked it from heel to toe.
He was White Ranger on the spot.
And I'm like,
What she do?
she let him do it. I mean, shit.
Put that
That's
motherfucker
wild.
up.
Dog, that's crazy. I know that was before I got there. I got there when y'all came back. That's when I got there. That's wild.
Bruh.
That's wild. Cause that was what didn't Fake Education had like a
Oh,
flag-
that was that same weekend.
That
Yeah.
flag? No.
Yeah.
That bandana.
Yeah, that was a bandana in the
Yes.
club. Yeah.
Whoop his
Yep.
ass.
He had a red flag.
You better take that red shit off down
Yep.
here.
Same thing they did to C's.
Who threw that party?
Same thing they did to C's on the plane.
Oh yeah, that shit was wild. Who threw that party though? I don't even know whose party.
That was at a hookah
That
lounge.
was
wasn't it?
before.
Huh?
It was a hookah
Wasn't
lounge.
that before?
That was the day
Before
before.
what?
That was Friday.
Yeah, it was the
Before
day
the
before. But I'm
event,
saying,
yeah.
but whose party was it?
That was at a hookah lounge or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but somebody threw it.
I thought that was him. Fake Education.
Was that his party?
I thought he threw it.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he.
In jail.
So the relevance of the chicken nuggets.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Just like the other week, we saw
Feel the
Nike
vibe.
do their Airphoria on Fortnite.
Say what now?
A few weeks ago, we saw Nike and Dot Swish do Airphoria on Fortnite. That was like their crossover collab.
Okay.
McDonald's is pretty much copying them with the same tactic and partnering with Sandbox.
It got like real.
I would say this in the words of Jay-Z.
The summary is Nike's NFT initiatives are being copied by other companies.
Oh, okay.
And here McDonald's is doing it with their chicken nuggets, and I know you like chicken nuggets. That was the connection.
He's saying you would pay for a real one, but would you pay for a fake chicken nugget? Would you buy a chicken nugget? You couldn't eat?
Why would I get
This
the
is you.
nugget
I don't
He
know.
NFT?
can't eat it. He can't
Yeah.
eat it. He can't eat
Yeah.
That's you blowing the whistle.
There's
Yeah, I know. I need
they
to.
will
You need a
unlock
whistle.
free
I need a
chicken nuggets
whistle.
in the future.
Foghorn or something.
Man,
Would you buy a fake chicken nugget?
They're digital, not fake.
that's a fake. That's a fake
In the words of Jay-Z on the Nick and
blockchain
Wrist,
proves
y'all
they're
spend
all
real money on fake
NFT.
watches. I could not spend real money on fake money.
Think about that.
Man.
What are you printing it yourself?
No, I'm saying, why would I? Like, this is why I can't get with the 2K. Like, I buy the normal version. I'm not going to spend $80 on $100,000 worth of VC virtual
yeah.
currency
Yeah.
to buy a shirt that I don't even own in real life, or I wouldn't buy in real life. So I think
Right,
that's
motherfuckers got Jordan
extreme,
4s
that-
on in the
to me,
game.
that's just to me.
Wearing
I'm my
slides
personal
in real
opinion.
life.
Whoever do, I know I got homeboys and
Hey,
people.
repeat that point you just made.
For me, I'm saying for me.
But you're saying you would never use virtual currency to buy something you can't see in real life, right?
No, I'm saying I would never buy. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna spend $80 to get $100,000 of VC to go into a Foot Locker store on my park and buy a shirt that I can buy in real life and get more wear out of. And the only time I can wear this shirt is when I have to cut on my PlayStation or Xbox, as opposed to when I can spend that same $80 and go buy the shirt.
Not even
and wear
80.
it to me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, that's what to buy something that you can have in person. Now, certain things you can't, like, okay, this is only gonna be made virtually, so you can't own it in real life. So in those instances, I kind of get that. But to buy something virtually that you can own in real life for even at the same price or cheaper, then I get it. But now I understand the world is going to virtual currency, so I understand.
But what you
why it
supposed
There's
to
nothing
do?
I really want to
But-
buy virtually,
but
though. Like, I
what you
guess music,
suppo-
maybe. Like, I guess
But-
streaming is a
but
virtual.
what are you
For
supposed to
example,
do with a
you
digital
buy-
chicken nugget?
Well, it'll unlock utilities that haven't been announced yet. For example, it could give you
This nigga
free
said
chicken
utilities,
nuggets.
bro. Like,
It could. It could.
I'm
I
using
think I guess I
terminology
guess I
that's
would say
fitting.
I would say this.
I know. I just
If
think,
they rolled it out better with more details and saying, hey, when you get this chicken nugget, you can get 5 chicken nuggets free in real life, and when you eat the chicken nugget in a game, it'll give you this powers.
I agree, but
I think
so
that's
check
what
this
North
out.
said.
They're pretty much copying a formula Nike has, right?
Okay.
And you minted the Hour Force One box, right?
I guess.
The first, what we call in real life utility,
Yeah.
is this Tuesday they're going to send you 3D digital files of the shoe that was in that box. What you do with it, they say it's up to you. You're a creator. At
It's
this
going to
point,
collect digital dust. Like, I swear to God, I'm not going to do anything with it.
well, I'm just saying that's their first example of a utility.
But when you say utility, to me, it has to serve some function that I need, like a necessity. Like,
But they don't really have defined that, which makes it harder to accept.
but that's what I'm saying. That's why
McDonald's
it sounds
they
so-
should have waited till they have everything defined when they wrote it out. People,
You know what all the NFT stuff remind me of is a bunch of people with money that's just playing around with it.
I'll give you an example, right? I'll give you an example. If it was something. So,
They do that whenever somebody open the garage. They sing like that for no reason. What the hell is that?
I mean, the one is howling too. Like,
yeah, he is.
You're right.
That sounds like Michael Vick's house back in 2010. Look,
Wait
You're
now.
not doing that. Michael Vick
look.
wasn't even at home
Oh,
during
man.
that.
I
Michael
know,
Vick
but-
homeboys
Really?
was there.
Listen,
He was in the
listen.
rest of it.
whole thing is like if it was the whole NFT thing, if it was like memberships, right? Like so with Kroger, right? If I go there and shop enough, I generate points so that when I go get gas, it'll deduct like 20 cents off of.
Some companies do use it as loyalty cards, but that's not currently Nike's position.
what companies do use it as loyalty?
Starbucks is the biggest brand that does, and they call them digital stamps, but it acts as rewards and benefits that are based off points you accumulate.
See, now that makes more sense. To
And
me.
that's because it's more because Starbucks had defined it, so it's more easier to accept. To agree with
Starbucks
that.
actually hired a
'Cause that serves a
company
tangible
based out of
thing.
Michigan to help them with their Web3 ventures.
Like he said, like being able to buy a digital shirt. Like I don't give a fuck about no digital shirt. Like if I can buy a real shirt, then yeah, digital shirt. I mean, I guess that appeals to the younger generation because they're on there more, right? Like they live through that. Like
Yeah, but that shit ain't real.
I have to take that back. I do spend money on fake things, and it's not through me. My son comes to me every week for Robux, so I have to
But
pay.
see, that's your
No,
son.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
but,
That's your
but,
son. That's
but-
he
different.
plays The Sims.
yeah,
gotta
so
do
I
that
have to
shit.
spend
yeah,
money,
they do
real
memes
money
and
on
skins.
fakes.
of
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
concept,
No, yeah, and I get it, but that's
which is interesting because
But I'm equally upset when she asked me. I'm like, God damn it.
like Nike partnering with Fortnite for Airforia
Yeah.
was kind of ironic because Fortnite and those skins are not NFTs, but Nike's .swish is. So they're kind of testing the waters right now just with whatever tech is out there.
And I get it. This is the new frontier, right? Like so.
But is it really though?
Yeah,
yeah, it is. It is. I'll
It,
give you that.
whether it blows up or not, it's kind of the closest thing we've had to the beginning of the internet. We call this Web3.
But that's what I'm saying is you're saying that this is a new frontier, but it's something that is. How long has this been going on?
I'd say since around 2019.
Yeah, it's fairly new.
But
But there's
Wait, what-
but there's no results from it.
wrong, because how long has it been around? Probably 2019. How long have big companies like Nike and Starbucks been trying to get into this? 6 months tops. And now that it's moving to this commercial movement of Web2 companies transitioning and bridging, they're developing the platform and they're telling the consumers what it is, not us figuring out and searching.
And I'm open to seeing how this all plays out. I'm just saying, as it stands right now, like the whole NFT thing to me, because even like when the hype was really rolling with, what was that, a year or two ago, and everybody and their mama was spending millions of dollars on like bathing ape NFTs and stupid shit like that, I was just like, that's fucking stupid.
It was Bored Ape Yacht Club, but yeah.
Like I said, like, I'm screenshotting your shit.
Yeah,
we both own it.
Well, again, like I said, that's a bunch of people with money that just they were
funny?
bored and had nothing else to do with
The
it.
company behind the Monkey Project you're talking about is who Adidas just partnered with.
Adidas just stay taking L's, though. I can't help it. I can't help them. Like, I don't know what to tell.
Oh, this is Florida jury awards 8-year-old girl $800,000 after she was burnt by the McDonald's chicken nugget.
It's the same. So people. So
See, that's real money.
No, but people hear that headline. no, because people hear that headline, and it's similar to. I don't know if y'all guys remember the story about the lady who sued McDonald's for the burnt coffee.
Mm-hmm.
People hear those stories and be like, "Oh man, this is something wrong with the court system because you shouldn't be able to sue for hot coffee." The thing is, that shit was super fucking hot, and like they would have been warned, "Hey, this is too hot. Y'all need to change the shit." They didn't, and so then somebody got hurt. Now this little girl. I mean, think about. I don't know if y'all seen the injury she got, but think about how hot a nugget got to be to cause that type of injury.
Well, question on a coffee cup, doesn't it say on top of the cup, caution, contents may be hot?
Yeah, but I mean, hot and like lava hot is 2 different.
Well, only reason I ask that is because wouldn't that be the legality to maybe be able to absolve them?
Within reason. Like, once again, if you saw the injuries that old lady sustained, like, her shit was black. Like it went like layers of skin. My God, burnt flesh off like that.
Oh, she spilt her coffee
because the lid wasn't on good, and it spilled.
Okay.
Right.
See, I thought you were talking about like she tried to drink it.
Oh no! It's the lid wasn't on good, and as they were handing it to her, it spilled in her lap.
I hate when lemonade spill me. That's my biggest pet peeve drive through. Like, why y'all don't put this lid on here all the way?
Yeah.
Or if I don't get no straw.
Easily. But
you're not getting the straws. Almost like y'all got them right there.
It's egregious.
Like it's right there next to the window.
I busted 360 in the drive through like C's. Like, fam, where my straw at? I would wait all through the whole line. Like, I ain't getting no straw.
They chop your straw. They chop your straw up. They get one big straw and they chop it up for you.
Some lines I just went in. Like today, I went to Tim Hortons. And
that's why you was late?
No. I told you I was late. Motherfucker. You tell Gino something, he forgets it like 5 minutes later. What the fuck? No, I went to Tim Hortons and I got an iced coffee. Then I tried to order a sandwich. They was like, we don't sell that. I'm like, Tim Hortons. Yeah, but not this location. Okay, let me get a breakfast sandwich. We don't have any bacon. All right. And we don't have any cheese. Motherfucker, why are you open?
You could have got the avocado toast.
Like Jay Blava making them threes.
Basically, like, just give me a muffin and call it a day. That's a sandwich. Like, I don't like, what the fuck? I just like, you know what? Fuck it. I left. I go to Starbucks, bitches. Like,
and use the NFT.
Well, you want to use my stamps?
Oh, see, there you go. See, it's full circle, man.
You know what?
Buy you a digital coffee to get you a real one.
Since that actually serves a function, I'd be more open to that shit other than,
hey,
you get you a coffee online.
Free coffee.
What made you start going to Starbucks?
They're delicious.
You want to know what made me start going to Starbucks?
That's why I asked.
It depends on what's closer. At that point in time, I was picking up some shoes for my nephew because of his birthday this morning. And, I mean, his birthday party is tomorrow, but I was picking up those shoes for him. I was at the Snipes over there by Eastland. And since I was over in that area, I'm like, well, Tim Hortons is right across the street. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to
Which one do your girl like more?
I don't know.
Come on. You in love, you don't know which one she like on Starbucks?
What the fuck? That's not a deal breaker. Like, you don't know what coffee I like.
I'm figuring it was Starbucks. So I'm like, that's probably how he got hit.
No, first of all, I was listen, I was
and
Starbucks
get that green
before
on,
I met her.
Yeah. Well, that and the hearts, the Cupid.
Listen, I was on Starbucks before I met her.
I also use Tim Hortons. I never seen.
No,
listen, I like
10 years. That's why I never seen good Starbucks.
Bro, I get stuff off the secret menu. Like, that's how much I like Starbucks.
They got a secret menu?
Yes, they got a secret menu.
We don't know about the secret menus.
Whose fault is that?
I mean,
that's that digital shit. He already owns.
His whole life is secret. What he sells is a secret. His financial records are a secret.
As long as I ain't got those Dwight Howard secrets, I'm good.
Well, his secrets keep him free. Now your secrets.
No shit. He might be paying a pretty penny depending on how this thing goes. This lawsuit goes.
Yeah, but he still have his freedom. That's priceless.
And shit, now if you got to pay Steven for.
Well, Steven didn't have his freedom.
Yeah, that was the one.
Because he didn't leave. He didn't want to leave.
Dwight was playing defense.
Yeah, exactly.
3-time defensive champion.
He kept blocking him.
He never said that. That's crazy. He never said that homeboy tried to stop him from leaving.
Because he wanted to be.
The only thing he said was the forceful action, but he never said Dwight stopped him from leaving.
He did. I think he did say that.
I thought he said it was a forceful action. I never heard him say.
No, I'm sure.
Because remember he said I called the Uber and I left.
That man was there by choice.
Thank you. That's the whole point of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was.
I'm just saying, but I thought he said
enjoying
that. I
getting
thought he
blocked.
said Dwight stopped him from going.
No, he called the Uber and he left.
No, yeah, at the end. I'm talking about before that. I thought
He
he said Dwight
sat
stopped
there
him.
and watched. So even when he was occupied, you still stood there. Whatever. I ain't gonna talk about that, man. Y'all foolishness. Anyway, what's this? Let's put up the list. Let's pull up the list.
We need to have Guru cross-examine Steven at this trial. Like, dog.
Hey, look, in Guru's court, they both guilty.
Oh man, we need to have that Guru's court. We need to. Somebody need to.
He is a lawyer.
Yeah, on TV. We need that. We need to have that. We need
Guru
Guru's
will make
court
Guru will make a
and have Steven and Dwight hammer it out there.
Whoa.
Thanks. Hey,
Whoa.
I become a great one thanks to Family Court.
Hey, I'm going through that shit now, bruh.
It's taught you a lot, huh?
Guru.
It's taught you a lot.
Hey man, every time I leave court, I'm like, I don't know how Guru do it. Like,
Because you have to like, it's an out of body experience. You really
Bruh.
have to like, it's a rap battle. You really have to. I have to shred you to pieces, even though we knew we was once cool. In order to protect myself, to even have a fair shot in it. And
I'm saying
it's not for
the
faint
level
heart.
of entitlement some women have when it comes to kids.
It's not even that. Wait till you get done when it starts to when the
No, it
accountability
is.
needs to be passed out. Watch how it gets skipped.
No. It is a level of entitlement when you think you get to dictate who has certain rights, who gets to see them win, as if we didn't make this child together.
People, I agree with you.
This
but
is
here's
what's
the
going
part.
on with Kanye and Adidas right now.
Yes, that's tied in.
I know he's trying to tie it into some shoes.
Yeah, he got custody case anyway, so that's how this is a diesel. He had custody case too, so that's a diesel.
Except his kids are NFTs. They're not even real.
No,
The thing is, they are
is he,
real.
Scarlet
but the
Witch?
Right. Dust got 5 kids online.
but no, but you have it's,
You ain't shit.
but
Hold on, I owed him earlier. He gonna
yes.
talk-
But the
Oh,
reason,
brother.
why it's like that is because when it comes to accountability, women come in there with that mindset, right?
Yes.
But when they're supposed to be held accountable for that mentality, or when it's supposed to be like, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's dragged.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but then when it's like, so you have to walk a fine line. I walk a fine line.
Yeah.
So when I go in there, I'm like, look, I'm like LeBron and J.R. Smith. Like, look, you don't.
Dog.
No, I had 27 violations listed, 2 felonies. They was like, well, we just gonna tell her don't do it. Like,
Oh, for sure. I know there are
so
things.
I'm like,
I'm 6'3" and black. I know there are things that if I did it, that she did, it'd be a different story.
yeah,
Totally
so
different.
I'm like, nah.
Let me get arrested multiple times and then be told, she just had a bad day. What?
Go
But
go
she
in there
gon-
like JB off 3 Pepsis.
Nah, you got. You
Oh,
have,
hell no.
They want
You
you.
have
They
no
want you
visitation
to,
right.
Yeah, they want you to.
Not even supervised.
Man,
They want
yeah.
you to turn up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They want you to do that.
I tell you off air. I tell you how to.
Oh, I'll tell you some of this shit
You
too.
lay up
It's
off the
like,
base.
but yeah, man, I'm just, whew, boy. This
I got a homeboy who going through that who moved their daughter out of state, took her out of school, middle school year, moved her out of state, right? So if you don't give up your kids within 24 hours of the parenting time, that's called parental kidnapping. That's a felony. If you repeatedly do that, that's parental alienation. That's also another felony, right? So baby girl did that. That's 2 felonies. The judge was like, I'm not going to put out a warrant for arrest, but I'll just give you this letter so you can go get your daughter. Bro, she committed 2 felonies. If you get behind $5,000 or more in child support, that's a felony. They're coming to get you. They're not saying, we're just gonna give you this IOU. No, you could.
You got to pay that before you.
So
get
if
it.
you
Yeah,
are,
so-
if you are a man in family court, it is an uphill battle. You gotta earn the right to be a father.
Oh, you got to stretch. You got a Lil Wayne Birdman.
It's
You
like,
got a Lil Wayne Birdman because you got to. Because if sometimes we be like, whatever, as long as I give my kid a little violations, but if you bring them up and they don't know about them, you gotta snitch. You gotta say, like, I was told you didn't tell me about these other occurrences until today, so we're not gonna count
Let
them.
me get a sound clip of that.
what's that?
Guru saying you gotta snitch.
Wow.
You gotta snitch.
Hey,
You gotta snitch.
I'm telling you, man.
When it comes to my son, mother, and family court, I'm Charleston
But
White.
no, real talk.
It's like, Your
Real
Honor,
talk.
20 minutes late. Pick up 40 minutes
Nah,
late.
she didn't turn me in. It's
But
all good.
like-
'Cause
like-
I'm like, yo, like I'm like,
But you
okay,
have
let
to
me-
because they'll
let me
say well,
learn
you
these
didn't tell
laws.
us, so it doesn't count as a violation. Even though I got proof you violated, but since this is the first time they knowing about it, it don't count as a violation. So every time she's violated, I have to go on the
Pray
friend
for
court
y'all.
website and go.
I'm
Boom.
pray for y'all.
Then when we go to court, you already knew about it before we got to court, so you can't ignore it now.
Like I said, I'm showing up like Saul Goodman.
No.
I'm pray for y'all.
Yeah, nah.
Please do.
Stay married, you know. Stay on.
Man, I'm
Stay
telling
on.
you.
Don't do.
Oh, of
it.
course.
I tell people all the time, you better thank God for forensic science. Because
Damn, C's,
Hey.
really, man?
it'd be a lot of shallow graves.
Was that your bet? I think the pettiest moment I ever had as a child's father, single father, is my son's mother was like, "You need to bring my son to something." I'm like, "Fam, let's get something understood. According to the DNA test, he only has 2 of your chromosomes. The rest of them belong to me. So scientifically, he's more my son than yours. Secondly, anything in America is capitalistic. You pay for something that you own or continue. I pay you for him. So with these 2 things stated, he's really not your son. It's more mine than yours. And if you look at him, he doesn't look like you.
That's why.
So like
Drew needs to
that's
be a lawyer.
So that's why
That-
like,
that right there.
like
That right there is why you need to be a lawyer.
Like,
Guru's court.
you're this close away
Like,
from being
serious.
a surrogate. Like
Guru's
No,
court.
so like
we need to make that a segment.
He broke it down.
Yeah, exactly. Like he really did. Like for real.
So Dunks, when next time you go to online family court, take Guru with you.
Man, you gonna win every case.
Hell yeah.
Either that or get held in contempt.
Get your 5 digital kids back.
you out of control. You see that out of
4.5.
that is out of order.
I'll play. But no, he said he mentioned Kanye and Adidas. I don't know if there's anything left to be said about that one.
Yeah, I can add that last time we talked, I said that they did Yeezy Day 1.
Yeah.
Regardless how you feel, is financially a success for Kanye.
Mhm.
Compromise for Adidas. They've announced they're going to do another Yeezy Day 2 soon. We don't know when or the exact inventory. But out of nowhere, kind of left field, Foot Locker said they've got Yeezy inventory coming.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is kind of a compromise. But like I said, I just want to reiterate because people act like, oh, man, they're about to start selling the shoes again. It's already inventory they already had. They're getting rid of that. And
How long have they had this inventory?
for a while now, 'cause
About a year.
they make
About
the
a year.
shoes like a year and a half, 2 years.
Well, then
prior.
yeah, about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because some of the shoes hit the stores, you had to send them back.
Well, some of the
So-
slide colorways we actually haven't seen yet that they say are produced, just never released.
Yeah. So, they're not making
I
new
would-
shoes.
I would have to
allegedly.
say this dude comes back from a 3-1 every year. The Drink Champs interview, his divorce with Kim, and the Adidas situation, right?
Mhm.
Since a year from now, Kim says she misses Kanye and wants him back. Just loosely, legend. Adidas crawled back to Kanye. So even when he does things to cancel himself or to detach those people because of who he is and the name he's made and success he has, they still have to come back to. He ain't never crawled back to nobody. I can say that. He stood on everything he ever said, right or wrong. He has stood on it, and people who left him too soon had to digress.
Well, here's the
So-
thing, though. I mean, that's good and bad. One, money talks, right? So at the end of the day, corporation. This is why I said last week. This is why I wish corporations would just go back to selling product. Quit bullshitting us that you give a fuck about these social issues, because once you actually have to actually stand on those issues, you see what happens. They try to like half-ass backtrack and come up with justifications as to why they had to backtrack instead of just standing on that loss. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what usually happens when us normal people have to stand on social issues. We take a L in some regard. If we're protesting, that means we're not at work because we're fighting a certain issue, or we gotta, like Black Lives Matter. Like some of us are being arrested, some of us are being, attacked and all this other stuff. We have to take those initial L's to get those future W's. And a lot of these companies don't want to go through that. They want to go up. They want to use your shit to sell product. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had the black screens and shit when Black Lives Matter a couple years ago. Everybody want to throw up rainbows when it comes to Pride Month and all this other shit. But actually standing up and actually doing what's necessary and actually taking, like, once again, those initial L's to get those future W's, they're not about that shit. So just save us all the trouble of trying to sell us on that you give a fuck. Just sell the product. If you're selling microwaves, just sell microwaves. I don't give a fuck what you think about social issues. Sell that microwave. Same thing with shoes. Just sell shoes. Quit acting like you care.
hard
No
to say-
company can do what you're
even
saying.
even if you remove the Kanye situation now, right?
Yeah.
When you have the Adidas internal issues.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, you get, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
The Nike internal issues, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's hard to say you remove it because when that comes public, now as a consumer, if I know your morals and ethics inside your company, especially the people of my community ain't right,
Mhm.
I have to make a financial decision, which is also tied to a political decision.
No, what you just mentioned though was all internal. So like how you treat your employees, that's one thing, because you ain't got to go on. You ain't got to publicly say we're against mistreatment of black people. Just treat your black employees good. Just do that shit, right? That should just be some shit you just do on GP.
But to come out here and publicly stand on something just to backtrack, maybe like
I don't think Adidas. I think it was more so the flat Kanye was getting, and since they was attached to him, they caught strays from Kanye's remarks. And the guy was like, "You doing business with this guy, and he feels like X, Y, and Z." Social media put that pressure on them.
oh, their employees put that pressure on them because they had a lot of Jewish employees. Like, fuck.
Well, on top of that, he had a couple things that he had been saying and doing prior to. Anyway, it's somewhat similar to the Kyrie.
I would say yes, but
He
then
had
again,
a
even when
couple
you
things
chose,
going on.
even it was things that you could have detached from him if you decided to before the.
Well, that's
the
what I'm
drink
saying.
change.
It's
But
all-
you didn't. So even when you let him go, it was still like a inadvertent slap to black people because when he said slavery was a choice, you pumped out more shoes. So then when he says this about this community, then we got cut ties.
No, why though? Because the two communities responded differently.
This is gonna be real controversial, but I can speak for the Jewish community, and I saw how they got together and decided to make their voice heard.
Thank you.
But also they're also in a lot of more positions of power in the media aspect, and then.
But we are in a position of power. We could have said we ain't buying his shit no more. We still lined up and bought the shit. So that's why I'm
That day,
like,
I dumped all my Gap stock at a loss.
Here's the thing, though. People also got to remember too. Adidas is headquartered in Germany, and they're super duper sensitive to anything nonsense.
Well, I read an article that said 40% of their staff still feels anti-Semitic. I think we can talk about Adidas. These employees, I mean, people in Germany. 40% of people in Germany still feels anti-Semitic towards the Jewish community, right?
Yeah,
so like, so that's to me like that's like interesting dynamic. You got Jewish employees here, but the country 40% still feels a way about that, right? And then also too, when there was a Jewish, I think I showed it. We talked about this when it first happened. When there was a Nike ad and the robots had some type of logo on it, and the Jewish community reached out to them and said, "Hey, this looks like this," and Nike was like, "Well, we're not apologizing on it," and stood on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my problem with them is you let Kyrie go from a retweet, but you told this community to their face. I don't think
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Okay.
I don't think this is an
That's a
issue.
different company.
But I'm saying, but they still pick and choose when they want to stand.
Oh no, I agree with
so
you.
that's what
I agree with you on that. I'm just saying from Adidas' standpoint, like I said,
Adidas also responded late after
oh,
other
hella
big
late.
companies.
It was first of all, it was late as fuck. But like he said, the Jewish community rallied together and said, "Okay, the fuck is this shit?" They had a lot of Jewish employees internally, like, "Yo, we walking," and so that kind of forced their hand.
Adidas,
no, Wex had already left.
Yeah, but he still got people there.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that is pretty much what caused them to kind of cave in. Now, when you talk about how we responded as black people, half of us was outraged, and then the other half was just like, okay, yeah, that's fucked up, but I'm gonna still buy the shoes anyway.
I think.
And so, and this is the thing about companies, and I've said this plenty of times. The power is in the pockets. The power is in the wallet. Like, you could complain all day on social media. If you still buying a product, I'll deal with your complaints.
But here's the thing about it, though. They got together, right? I feel like it's a 50-50. They were more unified, but they also have higher positions of power to make certain moves.
Agreed.
So in that aspect. So that's why when they unite, there's more oomph to them when they unite, right? Also, too, I feel like.
But we spend the most money in this country, so we gotta.
But hold up, like how you said how they have more people in position of power to unite. Here's the problem with the Kanye situation. Every black entertainer, athlete that had an opportunity to probably pull him to the side and do something about that. Everybody basically said we standing with Kanye. Like all of those people that would have had influence,
that's true.
They initially came out and said, "No, we're going to stand with Kanye."
And listen, when black folks get together,
I saw Pusha T detach himself.
Drink champs. It wasn't just. It was like 5.
It was a lot of instances
back to back, and each one.
And that's what I was going to say. Is just the only difference is like with that situation happened, you just completely saw the entire Jewish community. Like there wasn't any back and forth of like, no, we not gonna stand with him or we are gonna stand with him.
Listen, black folks have saved this country a lot of times. I mean, we could look at the last election. She was looking dicey until black folks' votes came in. Then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, the tables turned. So we have some power. The problem is we convince ourselves that we don't. And we do. We have a lot of economic power because we spend more money than any other group in this country. And we one of the smallest groups. We only know, 39% of the population? But we account for most of the money spent. So, we could have had some say in that shit. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, what talks is money. And if we stop buying Yeezys, that would have affected something.
To a certain degree. And I say that because the sneaker community is more diversified. If this was 2001, 1998, I felt like we were the majority consumers and larger percentage, as far as a majority of consumers in the sneaker culture. Now in current day, we still a large consumer.
But we make things cool. If black folks
here's
say
my
that
thing.
Yeezys are not cool,
Yeezys already made cool though, right? So that's not taken away. So even if we stop buying Yeezys after black people was a slavery choice, everybody else did. Asians like Yeezys, Caucasians like Yeezys.
And they usually follow suit.
Not on a non-political issue, yes, but not on a political.
On a fashionable thing. If we say something is no longer fashionable, people usually follow suit.
No, not buying is not saying it's fashionable.
Statistically, he's kind of right.
What? With me?
Following suit.
Yeah, people usually follow us.
We set the trend.
Set the trend.
Yes, I'm saying the trends. That's tied to a political issue.
Not even a fashion. People
that's
usually
not
follow
tied to
us.
political. If they say, you know what, we're not buying this because he said slavery was a choice.
Time out. Wasn't there an issue with Gucci? We were boycotting Gucci for a small period of time.
Oh, black people?
Yeah, I guess.
Were we?
Yeah.
I'm
they
more
did.
so asking.
But they still,
How did that? What was the final result?
they didn't lose no money. The only thing they did
They had
try
to change
to save face.
Yeah, they changed their ad or something
No,
like
they
that.
went and got Dapper Dan.
Okay, Balenciaga just
So,
had the issue.
that's what they didn't lose no money. They ain't take money.
Balenciaga just had the same issue with promoting child sexuality or something, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone care anymore?
No.
Because it goes to business.
Well, once again,
if
that
it's
was
issue this failing. Because prime example, when Ricardo Takeshi
I'm
he
saying
had that
fashion brands can rebound from this.
Yes,
yeah,
but
sure.
I'm just talking about even when
I'm saying collectively, if black folks said this is no longer fashionable, that would have had some effect because we do set the trends. White people are constantly following us. Like it take them 10 years to fucking use the same
If
vocabulary.
you follow
as
the
we
white
do.
people trends, it's like chunky dad runners and like Asics right now.
Yeah, but
They've been doing that.
We set the trend. Like the Harlem Shake. We was doing the Harlem Shake early 2000. Then some white person did a TikTok video, and all of a sudden the Harlem Shake makes a resurgence. But it's not the Harlem Shake we was doing. It was just some weird shit.
Wait, it's a new Harlem Shake now?
Remember, it was like the mid 2010 or some shit. Remember the Miami Heat did a Harlem Shake video, and it was just like a bunch of weird shit. And I'm like, that's not the Harlem Shake. But okay.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Chris Bosh was.
Yeah, so that's my point.
weird.
We always set the trends. So if we said something was no longer fashionable, people, not saying everybody would have said, collectively we would have just, they would have no longer said Yeezys, but it would have took a dip. It would have been a noticeable dip because we was the main ones buying it.
But I still think they would have still had.
So if we the main ones buying it, and then we
wouldn't
say
have
we're no
felt-
longer buying it, and then we affect the other percentage by saying this is now the trend, that would have had some noticeable
We don't get the
effect.
same. I guess when issues affect us, we don't get the same empathies from other groups as when other issues affect
This
them.
is why I say use your capital.
So that's what I'm saying. So like prime example, how everybody went on board to support the Jamaican community with Kanye remarks.
Yeah.
When it comes to racial remarks, we don't always get that. Sometimes it's
We can
we
look
don't
at
get that.
history. What happened when we bus boycotts?
Okay, let me ask you: does Kanye get
We-
a pass?
Hold on. Let me make this point.
No,
Bus
he
boycotts.
made valid points, but his delivery was terrible.
Bus boycotts. When nobody just saying, okay, let's just go out there and protest the buses. No, let's stop using them bitches. And what happened?
That's because
They caved.
especially people had cars. So I mean, we were at some advantages.
Dog, first of all, if you see those buses, it was 60-40. We had 40% of the back of the bus, which means the forward 60% was mostly whites or non-blacks.
it was reserved for them, but they wasn't filling them.
No, they was using those buses.
Yeah, they was using them, but I'm saying there was
But they
more
lost-
people.
but
There
I'm
was
saying
more
it
people, white people driving than there were black people riding the bus.
Dude, it was more people. First of all, we're not that big of a percentage. However, our percentage means a lot because it's still money at the end of the day. And whatever we stop doing, people are like, okay, you know what? We want that money back. This notion that we can't do anything.
So
and
is
that
it
black
if
people
somebody
can't-
says, you know what, if a CEO says, you know what,
Yeah.
if a CEO says, I really don't care for black people, but I need their money, so I'm gonna act like
They mostly do that.
Yeah, right. So my thing is,
Yours.
so my thing is, so
Kinda how I go now.
what purpose of it when you know that if I stop buying it and they change their behavior, it's not because they ethically feel like that, it's because they want your money back.
But I'm saying, but that's how you force behavior. Now, whether or not they
They
mean
not
it,
gonna change. We know they're not gonna
Here's
change.
the thing.
though.
If you're talking
They're
about,
gonna mask it.
intent. You're talking about intent. I'm saying if you want somebody to change, because it ain't like all of a sudden people were like, the people that owned the buses back in the 60s was like, you know what? I'm going to stop being racist now. No, they were probably still racist. They were just like, fuck it. You know
Still
what?
are.
We're not going to have racist policies because it's costing me money. So they could still be racist, but they had to change their behavior, at least professionally, in order to keep our money. And so that's what I'm saying.
But that's not really that's really saving face for money. You're not changing your ways ethically. You know what?
But you're never going to do that, though. There's no real way to change.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are you going to change somebody's ethics?
But that's my point is you can't say we change our money, then we're going to force change. You're not going to force change. You're going to force them to hide it better.
We can't stop people in America from being racist, but you know what we can do? We can enact laws to at least mitigate how they act toward us.
And then they're going to make loopholes for laws to let you get away with the racism.
I mean, you make a smart amount.
But you got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly. What do you do? Nothing?
Yeah,
no. I'm not saying you don't do nothing, but I'm saying the I feel like
and listen,
to enforce black change, we need more people.
I'm not saying the answers are absolute, right? I'm not saying you're going to eradicate racism.
I'm not saying eradicate, but their reasoning for the change is not sincere. So therefore, I don't feel like.
But I don't give a fuck about his sincerity. What I care about is the policies that he's able to use to impact us. Now, if we could change those policies, whether he's still racist or not, I don't give a fuck. As long as he can't use those.
You don't care if the CEO of Nike is racist.
Because I can't change. I can only change what I can.
But you're gonna choose whether you spend that money there or not, right?
What, Nike?
Mm-hmm.
If the CEO came out and said, "Hey, black people, I'm no longer buying Nike shoes."
We know Kanye doesn't like Jewish people, and we stopped buying his shoes.
Yes, but here's my thing, and guess what?
Like
because it was a financial repercussion, they crawled back in order to say
exactly, which is why.
So what you got experienced as that moment, like dog, he violated us, and y'all still went back. We experienced that yearly.
Yeah, but we didn't stop buying the shoes.
No.
No, I get what you're saying with that, but in terms of the Kanye situation, he said
we didn't stop.
Was a choice remark. We didn't stop buying Yeezys. We kept buying them. Again, people kept saying, I'm going to stand with Kanye.
So listen, you can't expect Adidas to respect you more than you're going to respect yourself.
There's a few things he said.
I don't know about that because they would have stopped buying shoes because the shoes were pulled out of the stores, so they didn't have nothing to buy. And that's
what I'm saying is,
yeah, but that would have been even more indicative if the shoes are there to be sold and we're not buying them. Because again, if we got the biggest, if we basically drive the economy, and if we're not buying anything, it's going to show.
With Yeezys is not that, and with Jordans, I 100% subscribe to that. We probably make up a nice chunk of that percentage of consumers. As somebody currently still in the stores, when it come to Yeezy Day releases, we're like 35% of the people in line for them shoes. So that is why, because we can't never get them at retail because they getting bought it. Yeah. But still 70%. If you went in here, you made instead of making $100,000 a day,
it would have been, but it would have been a noticeable dip.
It would exactly.
A noticeable, yes, but not enough to affect change.
But we don't know that because we didn't do anything.
And again, especially
those shoes weren't there for you to buy.
But then, especially like I said before, if there's nobody, if we don't, the people that we have that seem to be able to enact and make change are again athletes and entertainers. And if none of them are coming out and basically saying, "Yeah, no, we're not gonna rock with that," then what's gonna happen? And those are the people that everybody gonna listen to.
And on top of that, I'm not gonna expect somebody in Germany to be more offended by something if I'm not offended by it. Like, as a black person, I was offended by that. So if I'm not going to do anything about that situation, and if anything, I'm going to continue giving you my money, then what do you think that non-black person is going to think? Well, I mean, he ain't that offended. I mean, shit, he's still buying the product. So what you think they're going to do? Like, be more offended than me and say, well, you know what? You should be offended. I'm going to pull this product. No, they could be like, well, shit, if you're not that offended, it must be okay to continue selling this product. And they did.
So let me ask you this. There was somebody at work. I was out, and they asked me, like, did you wear I think I had my I think it was right that day that happened. I had my Yeezy basketball shoes on. Like, you wearing those shoes and that? And I'm saying, did I know that before I came to work and those comments were made? I said, I ran down 3 incidents. Trump remarks, all these other things. I said, or the Under Armour things, all this. Like, did that stop you from wearing those brands because that effect didn't happen to your community? I said, I named out like all these different violence. I said, no. I said, okay, that's right. So I just found out about this, right?
Yeah.
So once I learn, I'm going to decide on my research.
Right.
You've known about things that violated black people, and you chose to look the other way or ignore it because it didn't apply to you. Now, this is where I feel like...
No, I agree with you on that.
This is where, as a humanity, people need to do better with all communities, right?
Agreed.
So if and the LGBTQ community has done a mission to put the feet to fire to everybody else. Yes, you're not gay, but you see somebody get mistreated, you don't have to be gay to say, hey, that's wrong.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? That goes for black. That goes for
Be
white.
ally.
That goes for Jewish.
Right.
I think. But when it comes to like, well, you didn't spend your money on that, or that don't really affect me, that's not cool. I don't have to be a part of it to say, yo, that was a wrong delivery, wrong with that. Now there are people. Now what the problem is Kanye made a general statement when it only is stereotypically applied to people in leadership. That's saying, hey, Cadillac Records had this person ran their records was from that community. When there's people in Jimmy Iovine told Tupac, well, I'm not putting out Brenda's Got a Baby. He had to put that out himself. But say, hey, you can make songs about shooting a rapper. Leroy Cohen, I don't let my kids listen to rap, but I want my rappers to talk about drugs and killing people.
Right.
So like that is the issue, but he didn't articulate that well. He made it seem like it applied to everyone from that community. When it's only
Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye. When
Okay.
times so that is where his delivery and articulation was terrible. But that's two things can be true. What he said and how he delivered was true, but there are some times when people from that community has taken advantage of it. And I feel sometimes if we come from a similar plight with slavery and the Holocaust, two different ramifications, but it still had a generational effect on this trauma. If you start to take advantage of me, it's like, dog, we was in a similar. We got taken advantage by a group of people. We were killed. We were done all these things with mental emotional trauma. I would think you're the last person to try to take advantage of me.
But let me respond to that. One, Kanye has made some good points. The problem is that they get muddied up with the bullshit points that he
Yeah, that's what I said. That's his articulation was terrible. That's what I said.
And so that's the problem, right? You can sit like a kid can say 2 + 2 is 4, but then if you keep going around 10 + 10 is 100, now it's like, okay, a broken clock is right twice a day, right? Another point is, I get what you're saying. Like, okay, we have a similar background, similar experience, then yeah, you should go to bat for me. My thing is, if
I would
you're
say
not,
go to bat. Don't take advantage of me. I didn't say.
okay, take advantage. But once again, if something happens to black people and black people aren't offended enough to take action, I can't expect anybody else to.
No, I'm talking about between them two. I'm not talking about if Chinese people did something to black people that, hey, why don't you stand up for more? So we already discussed that. I'm talking about with inside the interaction. If a record label, if a black person is a record label owner and they keep signing Jewish people to bad record deals or taking their money or doing things or all of that, then, hey, you should be the last person to take advantage of me because we come from the same kind of struggle.
Who took advantage? I'm trying to understand.
I'm talking about he listed off record labels and people.
No, I'm saying, but like in the Kanye.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he was speaking to. Like, hey, you never see you never seen a black owner have Jewish employees because they don't let their employees work.
Okay,
for black
that
people.
might have been a point he made, but then he also went on to say,
I'm just speaking to that. I'm not. We know the conversation was convoluted. I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking.
Well, that's
to
my
certain
point,
points.
though. But that's the thing that people pay attention to, right? Like,
Oh no, I agree. It was terribly articulate.
if a shark attacks somebody, nobody's saying, "Hey, that's a beautiful creature." Like, yo, those shit's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my
I get
point.
it.
Like,
yeah,
when
we
you
agree
say
and we're
something-
saying the different things. Yeah,
I know,
I
but
agree.
when you say something outrageous, all the points you tried to make that
Out
were
the window.
out the window because of what you said that was outrageous.
No, I said he didn't. He had an
It
intention.
wasn't just Drink Champs. The week after, he did an
You
interview.
talking about that on DEF CON 4 Jewish people?
I'm not
like-
gonna say maybe. I'm just talking about. I'm speaking to.
He also-
no, I get what you said.
I'm
but,
speaking to drink champs.
He also praised Hitler for his ability to speak well.
yeah,
See what
bro.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right there.
You can't praise
That's
Hitler.
not just Jews. That's
Hold on.
attacking
You can't
blacks and
praise
gays.
Hitler and then
Yeah.
expect people to go through the minutia of the points you were
Yeah.
trying to make. Like, no, like that gets lost now because you
So
just
no.
praised
So here's
Hitler.
my absolute, totally.
I tried hard to not fall off the Kanye bandwagon.
So no. That I
Steven should have tried harder to get out of the White House. Go ahead.
It was too hard.
Anyway, y'all terrible, bro. But no. I agree. I'm not defending
Opinion.
that interview where he had the mask on.
Yeah.
Like a
and all that.
brick.
Yeah. He was on a whole nother level.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
You could if he would have just.
No, I get it.
If he
They
doubled
said,
down or
"Fuck,
maybe explained his situation, he could have bounced back from that interview better. That Drink Champs.
Okay.
Now the other one interviews after that, yeah, he was on a whole nother wave, right?
Right,
It was
right.
on me and Tupac, me against the world stuff. But
Right.
no, what I'm saying is, it's just there was an articulation for his points that he was making, and also too, I don't feel like if I'm, it's called empathy, right? Like
Yes.
give him a person. I didn't have knee surgery, but I also when we go out, hey, let's keep our walking tour up in 35, 45 minutes because I know he's had knee surgery.
Okay.
That's empathy. I don't have to have knee surgery. I don't have to be in no accident to have that type of a.
So who do
emotion.
you feel like didn't have enough empathy?
Who?
I'm asking you.
No, human world. Period. Every human, every race, religion, whatever, doesn't have enough empathy towards each
You're
other.
talking
which
just
is-
in general.
Yes, in general. This is why when someone gets offended or someone gets racist or a black girl, like prime example, I use the terminology.
Well, no. Real quick before you go to the analogy, I'm just trying to understand. Are you talking about people that have enough empathy as far as the Kanye Adidas situation?
No. The
Who's
Kanye's
saying he agrees with everything Kanye said, and we need to shed more light on this.
no, I didn't say that. I said he had valid points, but articulated them terribly, and the things he said contradicted himself.
Yes.
Thank you. That's what I said. So,
Boom.
but my thing with it is.
You basically said, "Shut up, Jew."
No, I did not say that. He didn't say that. Nah, he out of pocket. Nah, you teetering that line, bro. I wouldn't dare disrespect.
That's the new. That's the
I
new,
could.
That's the new drop right there.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's
Right,
not a
should
good
be.
drop. But to me, I don't have to.
That's some NFT shit right there.
That is. That's
He
Jump
won't
in.
say it, but I will. Nigga, fuck that.
I was gonna say, Jumpman. What does NFT stand for? All right, go ahead, girl.
No, I'm just saying. I think a lot of our problems when it comes to dealing with issues with other races and communities is not enough empathy, right?
Right.
So, like, I think the first time we really had a lot of support from other people was during the pandemic. Because guess what? You couldn't go to work. You couldn't go to work. So you saw George Floyd.
Yeah.
A lot of Caucasian people would come to me and say, "Oh my goodness, that's so bad. Like that's been happening." Like, yeah, that's been happening. Check 96, Malice Green.
Yeah.
But it took for the world to stop for them to see it. And then what made them Black Lives Matter protests?
Didn't Kanye say that he was overdosing?
Yes, he said that Kendrick's on. I just said after that interview, he said a lot of crazy things.
Okay.
The look of annoyance on Groove. Right?
I said after that interview, he said he went on to
which clouds all of the points that he was trying to make.
that's what I said.
I see where Groove was going,
yeah.
but here's the thing about why. Here's another reason why you saw.
No. I said the reason why that Black Lives Matter became another because there was people who were
That's
not
all.
black who were showing up to those protests.
But here's my
It's
thing.
a lot more allies.
But what you just said, though.
Wasn't more backlash to that.
Huh?
I'm not black, and I'm surprised there wasn't
Really?
more backlash.
That's good. Let me just explain something to
That's
you.
Look at Groove.
Let me
Jumpman was like, "What?"
When a black person says something crazy to another
Surprise.
black person and that's crazy, sometimes you can't get enough energy to that. You say he's crazy. We're gonna have to ignore you because when you give black people who are talking crazy attention, that fuels them. So sometimes you have to ignore them. And
That's what
you
anybody,
ignore them
honestly.
and pipe down. So that's why we didn't. When he started talking crazy like that, okay, now we're gonna put you over here and ignore you. Because one, you feed off of attention, and two, that's what's going to calm you down.
Let me ask you a question, then, because you brought up the Black Lives Matters protests and how people jumped in. I agree, people did rally behind us, but that's my point. They rallied behind us, which means we were already rallying, right? So my whole thing is, if we weren't out there protesting, if we weren't out there making it a big issue, then nobody else would have.
I think I agree with you too.
Because white people not going to see somebody black. Or somebody non-black. Nobody's gonna see somebody somebody black getting treated a certain way, look around, see black people being indifferent, and then take it upon themselves to protest. No, they're gonna join our protest.
I would say this. I agree with you to a certain extent because during the civil rights movement, they would walk past black people get hung on trees and was like. So I think, but it took for the world to calm down.
But not all of them.
Yeah, but it's some. But now I feel like there was more people showing up to these protests than those back in the day.
Well, for sure. But
So-
the world, but you got to think the world's in a different place than it was
I think
back in the 60s.
I think it's more suppressed now. But
Here's my okay. I'm gonna give you a better analogy.
Because
right?
now it's illegal to visibly do those things.
Here, I'm gonna give you a better
That's-
analogy. Like
that's
somebody could say something to you like a joke or something, trying to be funny. I might hear it and be like, "Damn, that was fucked up." But then if I see you laughing, I'm not as offended for you because you're laughing at it. Like, okay, well, he found it funny, so then okay, it's funny. Now, if you're offended and you like, "Yo, that's fucked up," then I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, that was fucked up." Because why? Because of your reaction, right? So what I'm saying is, if Kanye is saying all this wild shit about black folk and black folks' reaction is to laugh it off, everybody else is going to laugh it off. But if we say, hey, you know what, that's fucked up, more people would have been like, yo, that's fucked up too. But because we gave it a pass, they gave it a pass too.
I think because of the way it was recorded and it was on social media, it made people deal with it. Especially with during the pandemic, it made us forced to deal with it. Because that wasn't the first deal with that issue with the police brutality and all that. Because police brutality been going on. That wasn't our first protest over police brutality.
100. But
That's all I'm saying.
People had energy because they were sitting at home cooped up.
That's
like,
what that's what I'm saying.
It was a lot more attention shown to it.
But once again, if black people weren't...
But it took for the world to stop everybody to be at home to say,
even
dog,
if the world
y'all getting
stopped,
treated wrong.
Even if the world stopped and we weren't talking about it, we weren't bringing no attention to it, nobody else would. Nobody's going to take up our issues upon themselves. They're going to join our protests. They're going to join our rallies. They're going to join whatever it is that we're already doing. They're not going to start their own rallies.
I think black people don't have a problem protesting. I think financial discipline in the midst of those situations has an area of opportunity, but when it comes to protesting, I think black... No, you said financial... They can't be financial. You saying we're not going to join it. Black people have
I said... The first thing I said is it got power in our wallets.
No, I'm saying I feel like black people have no problem. You saying they have to join our rally. We have to rally first and they join us. When I'm saying as far as protests, black people have never had a problem protesting.
No, what I'm saying is
You talking about rally as in part of financial decision.
No, I'm not talking about I'm saying is that if we're not offended, no one else is going to be.
So when we protest, we usually will get other people to rally with us.
Yeah.
If when you just made that remark, and if he laughed, I still would have been like, dang, that's a lot. Like, come on, see, he's like.
But most people wouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
That's a problem. That goes back to the empathy part.
In general, most people, if he's not offended, I'm not gonna waste my time being offended if he's not.
Well, for example,
I can't be more.
So if you walked down the street and you saw a woman getting hit and she wasn't defending herself, she was laying there, you would just walk by and not stop.
I mean, defending her. If she's not defending herself and she's like, ha ha ha, like I'm be like, oh, maybe they playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, if she's defending herself,
I'm talking about getting beat. I'm not talking about like pushing, shoving, horsepower.
But that's my point though. Like, if she's like, I mean, because people play fight all the time.
Maybe she just.
Matter of fact, that happened.
She can laugh like getting beat.
No, real talk. That happened yesterday. It was at a light. It was two dudes, and they were fighting. At first, you like, damn, like they scrapping.
It was Steven and Dwight.
But then as we went past and we got closer, we saw that they were play fighting. So
yeah,
it
was definitely.
We're not jumping on two dudes fight. That's a fair fight.
But my point is, once again, it depends on the reaction. Now, if she's screaming and saying help, and she's trying to defend herself, but she just can't because the guy is bigger and stronger. Yeah, that's one thing. If she's like, ha, that's just how we play. Then I'm gonna be like, well, shit, I'm not about to intervene. That's how they play. They playing. Okay, cool. Once again, I'm going to intervene on somebody's behalf because they can't do it themselves. I'm gonna stand up for somebody who's trying to stand up for themselves. If somebody is saying it's not worth their time, it's not worth my time either. You the one that's offended. You're the offended party. If the offended party is saying it ain't worth my time, I'm not gonna be worth my time either.
I never felt like there was a time when black people said racism or being offended wasn't their time. Like
they did with Kanye.
Yeah, I was going to say, because the slavery is not a choice comments. Nothing
wasn't worth their time. Shit, it was like, fuck it, we still gonna buy shit.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing happened.
Right.
But if a business, if we have an equal opportunity employer and we pride ourselves on valuing everybody from whatever community and backgrounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's your policy, your moral, your mission statements.
Mm-hmm.
Once he said that, you should have detached from that, right? No matter if he said it uproar or not. Everybody, black person could have said I'm cool, but if I don't agree with you disrespecting black people, I'm gonna detach. Then I would have stood on like, okay, that's what you really mean.
But we know companies about money.
And that's what I'm saying.
Thank you. So there would never ever be a decision that was basically good on the ethics part. It would always be a financially based.
Exactly. That's what
you.
This whole conversation started with me saying I wish companies would stop trying to be moral and just go back to selling products.
Hey, you know what? On that note,
I spent too much money with something.
Just sell products because it's all bullshit. Because like I said, they don't give a fuck unless it benefits them. If it benefits them to act like they care about an issue and they can make money on
Look what happened
they will.
to Budweiser.
If they can have that same moral issue, but now lose money, and they will flip on it.
Budweiser tried to do. They went overboard trying to pretend they cared about an issue, and they had a transgender sponsor.
Yeah,
and people are boycotting it, and they're losing sales.
Yeah, they are now. I think now they're like the number 3 or number 4 alcohol brand.
If they stick with that, I can respect it because even though they're losing sales,
they're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Once again,
so they're not going to stick with
it. Okay, when we talk about bad spot, it ain't like they about to shutter their business, right? Okay, they lost some money. Now, if they are able to lose some money, like I said earlier, you're going to take initial L's to get those future W's. If they are willing to lose a little bit of money now to support,
are they publicly traded?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's not going to last long.
If they're willing, if all the shareholders and whoever's involved are willing to lose a little bit of money now to support gay people and stick with that, they have my respect because they're willing to put their money where their mouth is.
But you could publicly trade it. You have to do what's best for the business.
That's the thing. And that's the problem with a lot of morality nowadays because it's always money contingent.
It's America. Everything's money contingent.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why racism will never go away because there's business in racism.
Because people will support you until it costs them money.
The only way to get rid of racism is to have one race.
But no, again to the
going to take hundreds of years.
Blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle.
Not let's treat everybody with the same respect. Not let's learn about the cultures and respect each other programs.
Which race would that be?
Right. Go ahead, Doug. Finish that sentence.
Yeah, finish that. Which race would that be?
Hey, is Guru recording them?
You said that the only way racism would end would to be one race. What race would that be?
In hundreds of years, like one mixed race.
They wouldn't
So
have
it
like
would
you
have
wouldn't
to
have a
be-
name. It
I-
wouldn't be
It would Hispanic, black, white, everything.
okay. A combination.
I mean,
Combo.
I don't even know if humanity will make it to that point. But that's
Hybrid humans.
ultimately the future.
We ain't nowhere close. Ain't never been, so I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see that.
But no, what I was gonna say is like to what Dunks was saying about the Budweiser situation is similar to what I was saying about black people standing up with the Kanye situation. You had a lot of people that were offended by what Budweiser was doing, and they're the ones that took a stand.
Yep.
So that's why I said, like, if we had got offended by those comments and actually
Enough
took
to take a stand, we probably would
something
have.
could have happened.
Right, but we don't know because we didn't do anything. Like I said, like this instance, there are historical references that you could point to. When we say we're not going to do business with this company, it usually elicits change. Now, whether or not that changes the CEO's heart is different, but it changes policy within that company. Like I said,
has Under Armour changed since their remarks?
we don't buy their shit anyway
But has they folded?
because we don't buy their shit.
But who else does?
What you mean?
But that's because they're not taking a stand against it. We do.
We're
though.
not the target audience.
Huh?
Yeah.
We don't buy Under Armour shit, so therefore it
You
doesn't
did.
affect
You
them.
gave Cam Newton's though. So.
They gave it to me.
No, you
know?
gave. You paid.
And I
You
actually
paid
gave
for the
them away.
shipping.
Hey, look,
He said I paid for the shit.
they had to give it to the token black guy. They was like, I ain't got to give it to one of them.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you
All I'm
cool
saying,
with that?
huh?
You was cool with that?
That's why I gave away my Cam Newtons.
Cause you found out you was a token black guy.
No, because they said that shit with Tim Coppins and they kept them. So I was like, fuck it then. Like, I don't need this shit anyway. And plus, those shits was kind of cheap. It looked like
But you wore them how many times?
I wore them a couple times.
Okay. But you said they was.
I mean, I was
still
trying
wore
to
them.
support it. It was a Cam Newton
But
shoe.
it was trash shoe, but you still wore it to support.
Because it's a Cam Newton shoe. He was
But
trying
was
to
the
start his
shoe
line.
was the shoe ugly? Yes or no?
No, the shoe wasn't ugly.
You said it was just trash.
No, I'm talking about the quality. The quality, it felt like
Oh, the
it was like
So
felt.
the girl was cute, but she had a terrible attitude.
I mean, let's be honest. A lot of dudes that date a lot of good looking chicks and have shitty attitudes.
Hell yeah.
See, there you go. Dunks being
Absolutely.
one of
Hell
them.
yeah!
Dunks being one of them.
Could not be me.
I'm just saying, like that is more.
But you they doing it doesn't mean it's right. Though.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying at the time Cam
So-
Newton was launching his line. We didn't know half the shit we knew about Under Armour at that point. Once we realized it, it was like, all right, just like you said, when you get the analogy of okay, Kanye said this, but I didn't know this before I put on my shoes. I didn't know all that shit about Under Armour until after the fact. And then it's like, okay, once we become aware of that thing, now you got a decision to make.
Oh, this is what I told the girl. She asked me about the situation. I was like, "You celebrate 4th of July?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Why?" Because that was our independence. I said, "You do know black people were still slaves, right?"
Mhm.
So who was free, me or you?
Oh, her for sure.
And then I said exactly. So I guess we both got some homework to do.
And I'm free to go about my day because I got that day off. Like, so
So, I would take
hell yeah,
take
taking
the
that-
day off. Take the day off. Absolutely, I take the free day off.
Shit,
I
we all free now.
I don't think I wore red, white, and blue on the 4th of July ever. It's just nothing my thing.
I mean, I did it just
You
to, like,
never bought a pair of Air Force Ones when they was dropping for
No.
Memorial on the 4th of July?
Absolutely not. You would have rung me up. So you
That's
know
what I'm trying to remember.
You would've rung me up.
I think
I
I
think the only
might.
thing I have USA, but it says basketball on it, and that's because it's a team full of black dudes.
I think the only time I wore anything red, white, and blue for like 4th of July or anything like that was the what was that? The white, blue, and red patent leather 5s. Because those came out for Memorial Day. That's like the only time I ever
Those
did
shoes
that.
aged.
and I
terribly.
mean, you know what I'm saying? I think
Those
people have
aged
They're
different.
yellow.
terribly.
They look like piss.
See, now I ain't gonna sit there and act like I don't do any like American type things. That's because I had family members die and fight in war. So it's more so
Memorial Day would mean the most.
it means something. to
Memorial
me.
Day. I would agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only one.
So that's why.
4th
So
of
like,
July, I see you.
because I made some patriotic Giannis shoes, but it was more so a tribute to my brother because at the time he was overseas fighting, and so it was like okay, like so my patriotism isn't so much the country itself; it's more so
your family.
my family who's invested their literal lives into fighting for this country, and whether or not I have that same level of conviction, I at least respect them for having that same level of conviction, and so
There's more support for them for doing it than most.
exactly, you know what I'm saying. So that's usually my
You're an ally.
yeah.
Oh, see?
So it's usually for that, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, at the end of the day, for anybody to put their lives on the line to protect any of us, got my full respect. Because I couldn't do it.
Not me neither.
So you know what I'm saying. So anybody overseas, anybody in the military, full respect.
I could see you in like what's that called, boot camp?
Fuck no.
They tell me like you got to jump this wall. You better hurry up and get your.
That's an NFT right
I
there.
was like, what?
Right.
Hey,
Fuck that.
yeah. See, he's like, what? I look like some Balvin threes. I ain't jumping that.
So he's gonna be like, "What you want me to run through the wall?"
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. I ain't doing shit. You ain't gonna yell at me and think, man, fuck that.
You know, one thing I want to add to the Kanye thing real quick, which kind of takes it back full circle, because the story you guys started about, we said, how could he get out of it? I said mental health, and you're like, yeah, it's kind of his only way.
Now that this feels like the get out of jail free card at this
with
point.
the Kanye situation, even though I don't support or rep it as much, I have no hard feelings, and I personally believe he could still turn it around. I believe there are things or measures or steps he could take or say to regain fans or customers that he's lost.
Well, America loves a redemption
America's
story.
Atlanta's second opportunity.
Hell yeah, they love it.
And especially when you can sell a product. And when you can sell a product that could be resold for even more money.
Exactly.
You will always have an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he publicly said mental health this or, like, made apologies.
Which is probably why every time something he always says something about his mental
and
health.
said, I watched the movie Jonah Hill's funny. I fuck with Jews now. That's not what I'm saying. Like, if he took a sincere approach.
See, that's even.
I could see Dunks watching that interview and be like, NFT. He'll say with the ER, though.
Yeah, you're terrible, Steve. You will always be the worst. You will always forever be the worst.
Nah, that one review makes you the worst.
No, I've never had a negative review.
Gino.
Negative had a negative review.
Gino, who were they talking
I know
about?
about. Go pull it up. Negative.
It's talking about you.
They was
No,
talking about,
when?
you was the only person that did it.
No.
They was like they making fun of Asian voices. Only one person on the show made fun of Asian voices.
From the Asian voices. 1, 2. You got
Well, that's how-
numerous negative views.
Well, that's how they.
They never said. No one ever said my name. They call y'all out respectfully. I don't think Jumpman Bossip.
Wait. So let me ask you.
I've never had a
I
negative.
never
review.
get
Let me ask you.
called out.
Let me ask you a question. If you
Go
go
ahead,
work,
go ahead.
if you go work, you're the only black guy at the job, and they say the black guy did this. Who they talking about?
The black
Oh.
guy.
The black guy. They ain't got to say your name.
Who said that black? Who said that something about the black guy?
No, but they said the guy making fun of Asian voices. Only one person has done
No, it's
that
not.
in the history of the
There's
show.
5 guys on this show.
But only one person was making fun of Asian voices.
You've made fun of Asian voices.
No,
on
I
Yelp review-
haven't.
On Yelp reviews?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I
You
haven't.
made fun of Caucasian voices, Latino.
I made a
voices,
funny
everything.
Caucasian voice. I ain't making a
just-
funny Asian voice.
You did.
You were making
did.
no. You were making
You
fun of the
have.
language.
I did not make fun of the language.
Gino.
No, I did not. Somebody was.
Gino.
Somebody.
Did you not?
So I was.
Looking for
I
the
comment.
bruh.
I look for it. I was looking. I was commenting on a company who was infringing on copyright laws and was making fake Jordans.
And you were
And
making.
what-
And what was you talking like?
I was talking about nothing. I said they were making fake Jordans.
This nigga
That's why
right here.
I said they were
Bruh.
making fake Jordans, and that's it.
No, you like a woman. You just don't take accountability.
I do take accountability. I do take accountability.
Like, no, I can't wait. I'm gonna go.
I do take
cannot.
accountability, bro. Dudes take accountability.
no,
How many
fine.
R&B songs say I'm sorry?
Fi-
Dudes take accountability. Dudes take accountability. How many dudes say I messed up?
Dudes take accountability. You don't.
I do take
Listen,
accountability.
find that review.
I don't be wrong, Martha.
Because then I can
I'll be
find the
wrong.
date around which episode that was, and then I'm gonna pull the clip and then just have people determine for themselves.
Okay, I'm gonna put a
You might
pause.
not be able to play that no more.
Yeah, I know we might get canceled. Like, we're trying to get
After
the ground
comment,
again.
now what you just told him?
Oh, what?
You worry about the Asian voice after what you just told him 10 minutes ago?
They know I'm playing. Once again.
Oh, no.
Once again.
Hey,
I'm like
Kanye would have said that. Y'all know I'm playing.
I'm like Charles, listen. I'm like Charles Barkley, right? I've established that I can be out of pocket sometimes. So when I do go out of pocket, people are like, oh, that's just.
But have you apologized for that?
I ain't got to.
But I'm not
You offended?
accountable. Is that not being
Were you offended?
My response is we don't have an Asian on the show.
No. Are you offended by anything I said?
No.
Okay, cool. There you go.
But you could still be wrong
Should I
without
be
him
the
being
way
mad.
you're looking at me?
You could still be wrong without him being mad.
But he ain't mad. So I mean,
So you so make it wrong. Okay, there you go.
Never been
That's
offended
society
by
problem right
anything
there.
anyone
I mean,
said.
if you're not offended, then
Well, yeah, I would be offended if it was out of context. But I look at it as an analogy or a reference point to exactly what we're speaking on.
yeah. So there you go. Dunks get it.
My dog's got problems.
I mean, don't get me wrong. At the same time, I'm like used to getting attacked on the show, so maybe I overlook. certain
Oh
things.
my goodness,
Oh,
man!
now I feel
What-
bad. Nah.
Right? Who attacks you?
Dang.
What
See,
what
probably
what, what
attacks
do
you
you,
the
what do
most.
you
It's just
view
like
as
a-
attack?
an
No,
overall
Guru
vibe.
attacked him at
No,
first.
I didn't attack you on first.
Okay, who? It was Gino.
Who you feel?
Dunks.
Who you feel
Who you
offended
feel
the
attacked
most?
more? Who
Who
you feel like
offended on the
attacks you?
show?
Everyone other than Gino. Slam.
Okay, no. Okay, rank them.
Well, I'm last.
Oh Lord, I'm
Rank
first.
them. Rank who's offended you more.
I mean, you did block him, so I mean,
No, okay, who attacks you? Who attacks you?
No offense. Don't try to
For a
no,
while.
We
you
can
know
do
what?
two lists.
No,
We can do
two
two lists. We can do a offensive list and then an attack
For
list.
a long time, it was you coming at me with theoretical fat chick situations.
Is that offensive or attack?
It was offensive.
Attacks. I'm not offended.
Okay, so I was number one then.
Yes, but once we got past that,
Uh-huh.
I'd say Guru.
Have I ever attacked? I attacked the reseller. Have I ever attacked you personally?
You've given me advice in ways that may have been condescending.
And what? What was that?
See, now you want facts.
I know. I asked him. This is what. This accountability. If I offended you, I want to know when and where, so I can address that.
The whole point is I don't feel offended. I'm just saying taking shots or kind of, Gino's very passive.
Mm-hmm.
Passive aggressive. That's so awesome. But no, I would say when it comes to the reselling thing, yes, I have. When we had our back and forth. As a person, I would never attack your race or religion, nothing like that. C's has a no holds bar.
I wasn't even attacking.
That's why his field goal.
Do you
percentage
feel like
when it
I've
comes to
attacked you as a person?
You just said.
No, I'm asking.
I don't think anybody's attacked you as a person.
But no, I had to think about it, but the answer is no.
Okay, so
Except that one day you
so
can't
overall,
do it.
who do you feel attacked more by?
You just said you.
No, he said at first.
You.
I said overall.
It's definitely
Said
you.
attack. You
He
got
said
the
at
most
first.
attacks.
Then he said you. So I'm saying overall, who's attacked you more?
It's definitely safe.
Unprovoked Guru provoked you.
But that's fair because if I'm provoked, I'm gonna attack back.
What?
Where I don't attack Guru as much.
But you attack me. So,
Well,
so
we just
mine
make-
is more response.
There's just a lot of like chicken nugget jokes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So so basically, his is unprovoked.
Where,
Mine
like-
is provoked.
Yes.
I get it.
So there you
They
go.
Flimsy, Gino.
I don't want to feel like I broke him.
C's used to break it. Yeah.
Oh,
But
well,
point was I'm not offended by the comment because there was context to it.
Right.
Where if you were Kanye West, who just threw it out left field for no reason,
Yeah.
I would ask my fellow Jews to stop buying his product.
And you would have been successful with that.
I mean, that's pretty much what happened. Like that's what happened the first time. It's just except that Adidas, money became a bigger factor than any morality that they initially felt. So this is why,
Now-
once again, I go back to my initial point: just sell shoes.
Let me ask you this: if you are dating or married to a billionaire and everything's smooth at first, like she's crazy,
Okay.
you've heard crazy stories.
Yeah.
You guys go out to a party and she accidentally makes a racist comment.
Okay.
Are you going to instantly divorce her or give her a couple chances?
Oh no, we're gonna have a conversation for sure. When we get in the car, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers.
I feel like
bitches.
that's what Adidas did. They married a crazy racist
Yeah.
or anti-Semite, whatever word you want to use,
Okay.
and it just kept getting worse.
I'll give you that.
I can
And
see
it's like
that.
Nike told you she was crazy.
That's a fact.
Even though that part never came out.
Yeah, that part, but still,
That's why I'm.
You know.
He was crazy. Yes, unpredictable.
they knew he was hard to deal with as far as internally, which is another thing that doesn't get talked about enough is how he treated the employees at Yeezy because he was
Well, he didn't do Tom Sachs type.
no, he ain't do that shit.
He married one of
Goddamn.
them.
But
Yeah,
His wife was one of the head employees.
yeah.
but Adidas. How was Adidas going to check them when they had their own issues?
No, 100%.
Tell black people you can't sit together.
They're not in a position, but I'm just saying.
like
I'm just saying,
black people, you
but
can't
should nobody have
sit
to
together
check you? Should nobody have to tell you this is not how you treat people? Like, should nobody have to tell you that you're a grown ass man?
I mean, this is America. We had a president who acted like that for the.
That don't make it right.
I'm down, but you still had got support.
I mean, because I can.
There
literally-
is some truth in
When
that.
you can,
No, I agree,
When, you,
but that's like
when you
saying-
disrespect black people, sky's the limit.
No, I agree.
So
But my whole point is, it's even worse when that person is black because it's like, yo, you should know better.
Candace Owens still gets a job. I mean, she doesn't suffer financially because
Well, look who her audience is. It's white people. You ain't talking to us.
Is Charleston white
can't-
audience white people?
no, it's black people.
But see that I feel like that's
But
almost
he
like the-
took his stance. I'm not hood. I'm not gangster. But if you do crime around me, I'm gonna tell, which is fair. If I'm letting you know that before you.
But some stuff you say I feel like is sometimes a little too extreme.
he antagonized rappers because he know most of them have a short fuse, and if I could poke at you and get a reaction just for the entertainment, I'm gonna do it.
But see,
They know if I know if you're a rapper and you still do your thing on the side illegally or whatever, and he tells you I'm a citizen that calls the police and all this, so why even
but isn't that a problem for him to even do that? Because
What?
again, I know one community that wouldn't do that.
what
The Jewish community.
do
Like,
what?
antagonize another member of your own community just to be able to get a reaction out of it.
But if you out here committing crimes and killing people and doing things that's detrimental to our community, then I have a right to poke fun at you when you know that you're gonna. If you are, how you gonna give me? If you out here selling drugs and you just killed 3 people last week, and I tell you if you do anything around me, I'm gonna call the police.
And then you go. That's not me.
So I'm saying like that's how can you say, oh, you're not wrong for that? No, I told you, I gave you a warning before you even come my way, and then 2, I told you what I don't stand for, which is what you partake in.
I swear to God, like I hate the idea of snitching in a sense. Like to me, snitching is if me and you are both committing a crime
or agree to commit it together.
Yeah, and then I go and turn you in to better myself.
Yes,
that's snitching.
Yes,
me observing somebody, like he said, destroying my neighborhood by selling drugs or committing other crimes, stealing, murder, all this other stuff, and I turn that person in. I'm benefiting my community because I'm getting this person out of there, and I don't understand why we glorify that. Huh?
Do you have a backup runner?
Wow. Dog. See, this is what he's talking about. Offended, right?
He got you back.
No, I was provoked. So when I say something later that's out of pocket, I don't want to hear nothing.
But you started it though.
No, he actually started because he brought something.
No, you really started.
Sometimes don't care about the community. We got to get this guy.
No, he started with the Nuggets. I was minding my business.
How long have we known each other?
Shit, damn, like 11 years now. Yeah.
When have you ever admitted when you've been wrong?
Thank you.
First offense. First, straight out the box, without justification.
A lot of times.
Stop it.
A lot of times.
I can't
think of one right now, but it's been a lot of times. It's been a lot of times.
Lying, man.
It's been a lot of times. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I think of one. I would think of one.
Fuck that.
NFT.
I'll think of
without the N in front. Fuck.
Damn.
Well, let me ask you this.
Stop it, C's.
11 years. Y'all did this. Y'all started this. I came 2013. Y'all was doing it how long before me? You said 30 episodes. So that same year or the year before?
Same year, I think.
Okay.
So 10 years.
10 years, right? You tell me in 10 years. I know a time when you apologize, and then he knows a time when he apologized. So you tell me in 10 years you only did 2 things wrong.
That's it.
You talking about as far as the show? No, I mean overall or just
in
for
life?
The show?
Yes.
In life,
yes.
Because no. The reason I asked,
he can't even admit to
it.
That's my point.
No, listen. The reason I asked is because
justify everything.
No, because if it was a life instance and y'all wasn't there to hear or see about it, then it's like
why we hold you accountable for something we don't know about?
But that's my point. So that's why I asked if it's specific to the show. If it's specific to the show.
I just said
if it's
10 years.
To the show.
10 years. 2013, we started the show.
Right. If we're talking specific to the show.
Some of it was made part of the show, though.
I made one big mistake having somebody on the show. Like, no more light-skinned folk. But no, look.
See?
Captain America with the shield.
I'm just saying, like that was my mistake having that asshole on the show. Outside of that,
forgive and forget sometime, man. Lessons learned.
No, I mean I ain't harboring no negative energy. It just is what it is.
You send out 2 strays a year on that situation.
No, I'm just saying, like, bro, like it is what it is. I made a mistake on that part.
We all have, man. We grown. But you made 1 or 2 mistakes, though. Yeah, most definitely.
You know,
I can tell you
those 2
yesterday.
See?
Huh?
It was just those 2.
And one of them probably really don't count.
No, that was definitely a mistake. I should never had him on the show.
What about the other one?
Well, me and Jumpman falling out.
So those are your 2 mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you admit to those?
That was mutual, though.
I mean, but it was still a mistake on my part because I could have handled that differently.
Yeah, but that was.
I could have handled that way.
What about 2 weeks ago?
What happened 2 weeks ago?
Showing up so late we couldn't record.
Damn, Dunks.
Well, I'm just.
Hey, that was a hockey assist. That was a hockey assist.
That was really just me guessing.
Bro,
he about to make number 3 right now.
I'm just saying, bro.
He about to make mistake number 3.
That was like when you swing the ball around for the open shot. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm man.
Damn,
Would you say? Would you admit to that? Would you admit to that?
They should make that a myth.
Would you admit to that?
You look at his face.
Coming late?
Wait, would you admit to that?
Well, coming late?
Yeah.
But I already. Well, No. You know the situation. Wait. If we're gonna talk about that, no, because John Man knows what happened. You wasn't here last week, so you don't know what happened. But I had somebody in the hospital, and I was at the hospital the entire time.
Yeah, you told us that. You told us on that.
Oh, I told you that?
Off here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't consider that a mistake. Like I was preoccupied.
But you forgot the SD card, so I gave you more time.
Last week I forgot the SD card, and I had to go back, and I was late.
That was week before last. That was the same week.
Was that the? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you. I think John Man was mad when you put that picture.
Okay, yeah.
That
day,
picture on the freeway. You was like, "I'm on my way." You still like,
that still wasn't my fault because I got stuck in traffic. Like I can't control that shit.
Well, we know you cannot travel I-94 for like the next
for like what next
6 months,
next year.
I couldn't control that shit.
Redoing the bridges on.
And listen, anybody
how you would do all that trafficking? You don't know the freeway schedule.
Time out.
That ain't Charleston White.
Time out. If Jumpman want to call me out for being late, that's fine. Gino and Dunks want to call me out for being fine. I ain't gonna have somebody that's later than me.
But I changed my life for the better though.
How?
I changed my life for the better.
Like,
I can help. That's like a drug dealer who changed his life until the other dude got the street too.
Late.
Man,
No.
Who was the last one here today?
Time out. I tried to get here late. I got here at 1:20, took it as long as I could, and still got here.
You white, you gonna be on time all the time.
And actually, I was the first one.
Right. Dunk's gonna show up a half hour before the show. I'm talking about somebody.
You need that. That's good. That's good.
No, that is good. That's a trait.
Great.
Point is, I'm saying if you're gonna call me up being late, you can't be later than me.
You change the podcast locations like you change your drop locations.
Bruh, you showed up later than me. How you gonna show up after me talking about I'm late?
Either, but no, that's accountability. Because I late has nothing to do with you being late. You can still be late, and I can be late.
But how you gonna point out that I'm late?
Bro, it does not matter.
You're the host of the show.
Dunks. Shut the hell up. Dunks, I'm telling you, that's strike number 3. I was being nice.
All right, so with that, this is episode 325.
I'm telling you.
We out. See you next week. Peace.
I'm just saying, dog. You don't spend all that NFT money on fake shoes. If you bought some real shoes and not them beaters you got on. Spend NFT money on some real shoes and not that virtual shit. I'm telling you.
What does that have to do with it?
Leave me alone.
What does that have to do with it?
Because right now all I see is Camille.
Burp it all out.
No, because all I see right now is Camille.
Damn,
I'm
that's how bad it is right now?
Dog, like,
You could never put him on that same.
I see Camille right now.
Hey,
No, that's fucked up.
It's like Waterboy. I was like Waterboy. I'm taking that tackling fuel.
Look, you made my point. You say I attack him the most and just went on a 10-0 run against
Better than
him.
that mad.
That wasn't even 10 yes, that was 3 jokes.
No,
I'm sitting there minding my business.
no.
It was 1, it was 2, it was 3. I
It's the
said that
difference
straight
between
through.
a gunshot and the missile launch.
Like I
What's the
said,
difference between the two?
You pulled the Marshawn Lynch beast mode run.
Against the Chicago Bears. They gonna say I attack him the most.
That's some shit.
You do, because it'd be unprovoked.
No, you just attacked him.
I was over here
5
minding my
times.
business.
Hey, you
It
know
was
what?
out of 3 times.
Last week, you're like he's the look what I can do, Stewie kid in the background.
You said something before that too. I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna go back and listen to the last.
Oh no, that was
Stiff armed him.
that was like 2 months ago when he called you a fool critic.
Yeah. and then Guru gonna bring up the whole shit to piss
See,
him off.
Right. Guru instigating.
You're going to keep him fired up.
Guru.
Hey, who was that DMX and Belly when they was at the table? You gonna let your man talk to you like that? You gonna let him talk to you like that? You gonna let him do that?
Don't let him do you like that. What kind of punk is you?
Listen.
C's over there. Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. He loading them bullets up now.
Nah, man. I'm cool. It's all fine down here. Ain't
You
nothing
can't be
pressing.
mad with a Cupid hat on, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's all about love.
Uh-oh.
Spreading love. It's the Brooklyn way.
I'll tell you, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with love, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with love.
I don't even know why you act like I'm so in love. Like,
You are.
Dog,
you are me doing shit. That's the crazy part.
You are.
Crazy part.
No, you are.
What am I doing different?
Accountability.
What am I doing different? Huh?
You literally text that.
When did I text that?
Hey,
Pull it up.
Do you want? I'm scared to answer.
What's that?
You got your arm covered. Of course you're in love.
No, I ain't got shit to do with that. That shit was gonna get covered up regardless.
Who told you had to do it? They advised you to do it, though.
I mean, of course, if you're in a relationship with somebody else,
But
it
you
ain't
in
cool
love,
to have
though.
that other name on there.
I love though.
But it ain't nothing to do with
You in
that. It
love,
was gonna
though.
get done regardless.
Are you happy,
Still in
man?
love.
Am I happy?
Are you happy?
We're gonna talk about that. Out there.
You know that fitted look fresh too.
Now,
So
so
it
you
look
gonna
like
get
you just got that.
First of all, hold on. Okay, now we got it.
I said, are you in love? I
Hold
didn't say
on.
nothing about
No. Because Gino just said I just got this hat. I had this hat when I went to Disney World in 2018.
Happy and love is
But
two
you ain't
different
bringing it up.
things.
We seen all your hats except this one.
This hat been worn
You
plenty of
wore it
times.
when you in love.
That's
though.
bullshit.
You only wore it since you been in love.
That's bullshit.
Bro, you Adam Silver. You wear a new
You know
team
the
every week.
inside brim.
You
We
wear
can
a
tell
ad
that
where
it's
you
been
never
worn.
sweat it.
With a sweat.
Sweat at. Ain't no sweat
It's a
on
black
there.
brim.
Ain't no sweat on
That's
there.
a
That's
brand
a new
new
hat.
This hat is not brand new. I had this hat in 2018 just because I got a lot of hats I can rotate so they don't look as
Bro,
unique.
10 years,
A
bro.
new era. I need a Cupid hat. ASAP.
Wow. They did throw me this one for because I was talking about Disney World that whole year.
See?
'Cause I was talking about Disney the whole year. And
I
at
get
the time,
down like that, man. What I got to do, man?
we'll talk off air.
Talk shit.
We'll talk off air.
You gonna say you said you was in love, bro. You called me in the car.
When did I say that shit?
He was like, baby, I got me, baby out here got me wearing Stacey Adams and Coleheim.
When did I say I
On
was?
your social media, you say, I can't believe she got me wearing dress shoes.
Yeah, bro.
I
You had on a
can't.
full suit. too.
Yeah. Yes, you was in love. It's
Yeah,
okay,
man.
bro.
We follow you.
Bro. Ridiculous.
We follow you.
Ridiculous.
You in love, Caesar. It's okay, bro.
She's about to cop the Powerpuff Girl family pack.
Fuck no. I ain't buying no shit. Now, like I said, if my daughter said, "Hey, Dad, I want to, match," okay, cool.
What if your new girl said that?
I'm not wearing that with her. She's not even into sneakers like that. So, the only pair of shoes she really wanted was those Sienna Taylors.
And you got him.
Yeah, I did.
Fahrenheit
Cause
313.
you in love. What's good, bro? I'm happy.
Shit, I think I might get them. Now they.
I was gonna say I might get a pair of my damn self.
What for Tiana Taylor's?
Yeah, them boys
For
nice.
the low now.
They for the low now.
Them boys nice.
They should have been give her a shoe. How Billie English get a shoe before her?
Don't get me started. Bro. Yep.
You know that's who I was gonna bring.
you
That's who I was
already
gonna bring up when we was talking about people doing some basic
what
ass
she
designs
got?
and shit.
Oh, her shit was
Doing them.
super basic.
She's got 2 Forces and 2 Jordans.
Yeah.
Which Jordan she got? They
She got
the
15s and she got another Jordan.
Oh,
got-
those
she got the-
KOs.
Yeah, she got the 15 in that one KO.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
all green.
With like 8 Velcro straps on the Forces.
Oh, those are the Air Force Ones. Those
Yeah,
shits
the
look
Air Force
horrible.
One, yeah, and it's just
Going up
Them look like
off tan. Like
them look like a Moon Knight collab.
I think they call it mushroom.
She got those Moon Knight Air Force Ones.
you gotta do mushrooms probably to.
Buy that shit and actually enjoy it.
Shout out mushrooms.
All right, episode 325.
I think it's 324.
Yeah,
He's trying to help you diversify your business. He's telling you should go into
boring.
selling organic
Let me
vegetables.
see those.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, of course, them boring to them.
We might have to
Terrible.
talk after the show.
Yeah, I ain't feeling
They
these.
terrible,
That's
man.
the Palomento.
You Paula, yeah, what the hell that is?
Palomino.
Talking about them 15s?
No, the threes.
No, the
They should
three.
go and make them right there.
Which ones pull them out?
The ones he had on in that
Oh, yeah.
Photoshop picture.
Yeah, I can't stand them.
They should make
Them over them crimson threes. I hated them crimson threes. That purplish red on them.
Oh, they dropped those Eddie
I like
Jones.
those.
Them Eddie Jones. joints.
They gonna make them
Oh,
one day.
What Eddie
Watch.
Jones was
The black, white, and red ones.
black, white, and red. What?
The Jumpman Pro Quicks. Or am I saying that right?
The Pro Quicks was
the
the one
Eddie
behind
Jones
you.
joints. Yeah. The Pro Quicks. Yeah, they dropped the white, black, and red. ones.
Strongs? Or
No,
The Pro Quicks.
He was with the Lakers when he wore those.
With what?
The black, white, and red
No,
one.
but they came out with the black, white, and red one back in the day.
I don't remember seeing the black, white. Talking about the ones right
That man
behind.
probably got a pair. Somewhere around this.
Somewhere around here, it's a pair.
It's the second one.
They got the black.
There's the Lakers.
Yeah, he's saying they made that Laker color
Oh,
black, white, and red.
They made the Miami Heat colorway. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
He said
they
in
around
'98 they
somewhere.
came out with the black, white, and
I
red.
want to say they did.
I ain't never seen it. I know when he was in Miami, he was wearing retro Jordans.
Hey, speaking of which, real quick while he's doing that, do you still have the Slam magazine, the Michael Jordan edition? The first one that came out in like 98?
Somewhere.
Because that's probably one of my favorite magazines of all time.
Somewhere.
You talking about the 14s?
Yeah, right around when the 14s were releasing. They dedicated the whole magazine. I think that's like one of the best. And I will say this too. I'm so glad Nike is bringing back the Huarache flights. Because that's
They
one of my
did,
favorites.
and they made them limited.
Do those
pissed.
fit like Huarache?
They reselling for like $220
Yeah, no.
because they so limited.
Isn't
Isn't
they
the,
fit like
didn't
Huaraches?
isn't the color
Do
a
they
little
run
off
like
too?
No, they did like they did it.
yeah.
I found the designer. He did it. They did it just like the 92s.
I
Higher
always-
cut, color, all that. And they bring out the Kobe colorways. You know, Kobe had wore them
Yeah.
like for a couple months. The Laker colorways, the white, purple ones, and the black and purple.
Yeah.
They bringing those back too. But why do a shoe we waited so long for? You bring it back and then you make it limited. You did it with the penny ones.
hate that shit.
You did it with some of the bar.
Penny threes, they did that with them.
It's like, man, how do you?
Well, I'm glad you brought up the penny threes real quick. But one, to your point, Dunks, yes, I felt like they always came true to size. Hard to put on, but
What?
once you got them on, they felt true to size.
I was saying, I think the Huaraches.
Oh no, I go half size up in the Huarache.
yeah.
That was true to size for me.
that.
But the Bordeaux colorway that they got coming out,
Which one?
fire. It's like a Bordeaux colorway.
Oh, yeah, I seen
Oh
those.
yeah, the Bordeaux. So
Yeah.
that's
shit's
lazy.
hard as hell.
Lazy. That was like we didn't put this color on all the Jordans. Let's start putting on other.
They still hard as hell on it. It's like that burnt edge look they got.
It give it an ACG kind of look to it.
Them shit's hard.
Pretty-
bro.
pretty
Like,
cool.
I'm looking forward
But
to
I know where the color came from. I think that's just sometimes I feel
No,
like
yeah, it
it's
is.
lazy.
Sometimes it can be. I don't think it's lazy on this particular shoe because at least they did something design element wise. It ain't just the same colors. They got that burnt edge to it, so it kind of gives it. It's almost like a custom almost. That's what it feels like.
Well, I guess you'll know when you get them gifted to you, right?
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, speaking of which, the new GT jumps. I'm looking forward to getting a pair of those. I want.
You and Ben Simmons are the only ones who buy those.
No, the first pair was nice.
Either one got a jump shot.
The first. Hold on, bro.
I had a shoe conversation. These two right here,
Dog.
Hack a Shack.
Dog.
Well, you not in the league.
Neither is you,
He not either.
bro.
Well, Ben Simmons is.
technically in the
Ben,
league,
Ben
yeah.
Simmons playing it smart. I ain't gonna do shit, but I'm gonna get paid.
Me too. That's exactly what I do at work.
Yeah, but you always claim you don't.
Who? No.
You know when you gotta flush your system out. You got them drugs in your system. Come on, man, in the show.
Hey,
Looking at
you're
Nino, I
terrible,
was
bro.
like, dog.
Because you supply people and then talk about them. You like Nino Brown. You know that? She's like,
I'm letting a lot. I just want people to know I'm letting a lot of shit slide. Like this show would be another half hour if I was to retaliate and respond to a lot of this nonsense.
but I've always been calling you a kingpin. You already knew, and you admitted it when we was at Whooper Sports that you was a kingpin. So
When the fuck did I
we
admit that?
did. When you talking about on throwback jerseys, we talking about transporting. It started off when you live so far that you still live so far that you stay by Port Huron, and that's how the kingpin thing came about. And I said you look like Robert Fisk.
I
off
live
the
like an
Spider-Man.
hour away from Port Huron.
Who's kingpin?
I live like an hour away from Port Huron. How is that-
You look like
You a lot closer than most.
Yeah, like I
you always like to go to city with ports though. You
Huh?
like to go to Texas, anywhere that got a port. You like to go. You like to go to Miami. You like to go to New York. You like
I've been to
go Los
Miami one
Angeles.
time, and that's when we went.
No,
But
San
it
Francisco
got a
got
port
one,
though.
too?
Huh?
Don't San Francisco got
Yeah,
one?
the Bay Area. That's a whole port. Yeah, so anywhere you just
Once again, been there one time.
St.
So
Louis
that's all
and
you need to
Kentucky.
do.
Yeah,
Go one time to check it out.
check it out. Instead of business, expand
Yeah, I'll
operations.
tell you, man.
Man.
Y'all
Actually, you've been twice. We went to the Bay Area and we come back to Anaheim. So you've been twice.
Anaheim is not the Bay Area.
No, we went to California twice. Both of those have their separate.
Oh. Y'all finished?
Will you ever stop? Will you ever give up trafficking and go legit?
I'm telling you though. If I was gonna put a hit on somebody.
I just don't know. What would you do if you went legit? Well, laundromat, car wash, those typical places to wash your money.
Real estate,
Yeah, real estate.
NFTs,
NFTs a
Hey,
great way.
I was going to say, that's
Great
the awesome way to wash the money.
great
Writing
way to wash
books.
your money.
No, nobody will ever
Great way to
know.
wash your money.
Yeah.
That's what laundromats are pretty good. You can pick up your money the same day.
NFT, you can take that real money, turn it to digital money. No
lose
trace.
it real fast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, manage your investment portfolio.
Just make sure it don't have blockchain to it, because it's
Oh,
traceable.
Oh yeah, paper trail. You make the paper trail too, like T.I.
I might hold auditions for 2 spots in the show.
Damn, Guru and Dunk, y'all off.
Hey,
What?
hey, I like Kanye. It happened before. They called me back 6 months later.
Oh yeah, I did have to. Wow, that was crazy. I remember I had to make that phone call. Y'all finished or y'all done?
I'm good.
You
man.
finish or you-
Damn, Birdman.
Oh, y'all finished? Okay. On that note, I don't even know what episode this is.
324.
324. Okay. On that note, episode 324. Anybody got anything constructive to say, or can we end this?
Love everybody, respect everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Good way to end it. We'll see you guys next week for 325. We out.
Peace.
Peace.